Studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Small Friday. Some people call it Thursday. Rob called it Small Friday, so I'm going to call it Small Friday. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1. I'm your old pal, AJ. Over here to my left.
I'm here. Made it.
Straight out of Compton.
What was the temperature at your house
Rob Thompson.
this morning?
Rob, I don't live on property. I don't have like a
in your car when you got in the car
somewhere in the 50s. I don't know. Cold.
It was 42.
Oh, it took a little while for my my heated seats to get warmed up.
I don't have those fancy heated seats.
Oh,
right about now I miss them. But 42, man. And we accidentally. It was so nice last night that we left the downstairs the windows open. Dude,
you woke up with
there was a chill in the air this morning. I slept good.
Woke up with frost on your nuts.
Man, that was. Welcome, it's here.
Yeah, man. We'll see for how long.
Yeah, but at least this morning, 42 degrees.
Yeah, I can't imagine it sticks around. But yeah, it is nice, man. I love this kind of weather. I love fall weather. Like I said, it ain't gonna last, but it's good while it lasts. I'll take it.
I'll take the 75 sunny afternoons forever.
Yeah,
I'll
yes.
take this from here on out. So yeah, we get Chamber of Commerce weather.
A little crisp breeze in the air. That's what I like. Hoodie weather is what I like. That's what I call it. Hoodie weather.
We're right there. I
don't want it to be cold. I don't want to be shivering. 42 is a little low for me.
At least it wasn't cold, breezy. Wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yesterday, man, I got my yard's full of leaves all of a sudden. It just blew up. All my trees are empty, I guess. But it did kind of go directly from summer to winter
immediately. It was like 91 the day before. So hey, man, welcome to the fall season.
That's right, baby.
Everybody gonna be making chili. I bet there's more than one person can go get some caldo today just because you got to.
Yeah, I don't think I'm there yet.
No, but most people below 50. Got to get a big old bowl. It's got to be 32.
Oh yeah,
the bowl of caldo.
Oh
Not quite there yet, but chili this weekend. Smelling the chili pot.
I can see that. I can see that working its way in.
There's going to be some chili cooked this weekend.
I could see it's working its way in. I went last night to the haunted house, to the 13th floor haunted house. Ooh,
it's
they do a good job, man.
Yeah.
They do a good job. I'm not gonna lie. Like it feels expensive, but then you see everything that goes into it. They do good work, man.
How long was the haunted house like when you went through? How long did it last?
20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, the line is long. There's a lot of people there, but
rowdy crowd?
No, not really. And you could pay extra to skip the line.
Yeah, that's.
And had I known what the line was going to look like, maybe I would have. But it was three of us. And
well, if you're younger, half the fun's being in the line.
Yeah,
so I don't mind skipping it.
If it were me
to skip it, I don't think they care.
If it were me and my wife, I'd pay to skip the line.
Oh, that's when and I don't think they care that I skip the line. They don't want me next to them.
But do I want to pay, $25 a head for both my kids to also skip the line?
Make them stand in line.
Nah, they can wait.
Well, me and your mom are going to go through there, and we're going to be at the bar around the corner. When y'all are done, just come on over.
Well, Mama didn't want to go through. Mama doesn't do those. And it was the little one's first haunted house experience.
Ever?
Yeah.
I bet he loved it.
Yeah.
Was he traumatized?
No, but I made him go in front.
Of course you did.
And he about halfway through he had
it's like walking point and nom.
He had the
right. Here, find the mind.
His instincts.
Find the mind.
His instincts were totally broken on what was a prop and what was a person.
No kidding, man. Walking point and nom. That's just a leaf, dude.
Finally, he'd be like, "Okay, that one's not real."
Oh my God!
Watch it.
And then he'd stop and stare at a plastic thing for like 3 minutes, and I'd be like, "Dude, we gotta go.
No,
like,
it's gonna come
plastic."
for us.
No, it's gonna move. It's gonna move.
No, it doesn't. It's plastic.
I bet he's fun to watch horror movies with too.
But they also have some of the props
They do
like
come
jump
at
out
you,
and scream so they do a really good job there, man. So kudos to them.
Can you imagine that be your gig? Like you only work a month a year, but you spend the other 11 months preparing for that 1 month. That'd be an interesting
awesome.
life.
Oh yeah, it's like being a mall Santa Claus.
Well, yeah. When I used to drive boats and I lived on tips, people go, "Where do you get all that cash?" Because it was obvious I wasn't a dancer. And I would tell them, "I'm a mall Santa."
Yeah,
mall Santa.
That's a good call. Yeah, it was a good time, man. Good time, good scares, and when he got there were a couple times where he was like, "Stop, leave me alone, just leave me alone,
enough.
Go, stop, get away," because. And of course, my older son's in the back laughing his ass off, and then someone comes out and grabs him, and he's But and they're both on the way there. Like, is it gonna be scary? I was like, I hope so. We're paying for it. I'm paying to get scared.
What do you think?
that's the
It's
whole
going to be
point of
scary.
this. Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be terrible for you? It's going to be terrible. Yeah.
If I just paid them money and I'm not scared, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. So the
Do
idea
your
is,
job. Scare me, clown.
and the way they're good at it is like you were just talking about. The good haunted houses have the secondary and the third scare where you think you're done, and then you turn and somebody else comes out of nowhere, and as you react, somebody else comes from some other place. That's when you're at the upper level, the A level.
Great example. They had like this maze, and there's these lights that basically make the room feel like it's cut in half, and it's like a smoky. And it's green, and it feels like you're in a green fog, and it's up to about your chest. Now, my younger son thought, I'm not gonna get shocked here, so he kind of put his head.
He went low.
He went low and was like keeping an eye on things. And you get through almost the entire maze, and you think like, oh, I made it. And he pops his head up, and as soon as he pops his head up at the very end of the maze, somebody pops out at him, like out of a not in the maze, but in like a hole in the wall, like pops out at him, scares the bejesus out of him, and like he's like, oh my God. And we get around the corner, and now we're like heading to the next room. That at that corner where the person jumped out on this side, there's also a hole on this side, so he jumped out again. And oh man, just wrecked him.
That's the seriously. They know what they're doing at that point.
When they got you thinking about one thing, that's when they hit you with the other one.
Stun you.
That's called the okey doke.
You start making the lady screams.
Hit you with the okey doke.
Get that high pitch.
And the girl behind us was with her boyfriend. Which, oh, by the way, this gal, poor gal, she's with this dude who's maybe early 20s.
Never take a date to a haunted house.
And he leaves her in line behind us for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. And at one point I turn around and go, did one of the monsters kill your boyfriend? She's like, I don't know. I hope so. And he comes.
That's a girlfriend thing or friend thing, not a date thing.
He comes back and he's like, my older son goes, man, we thought one of the monsters got you. He's like, no, but I lost about 15 pounds. And we're like,
oh, dude.
And he's like,
that's girlfriend then.
Well, and the only option is a porta potty. And I was like, man, I'd have to go pretty damn bad to drop a deuce in a porta potty at a haunted house.
Well, think about the alternative.
That's what I said. I was like, well, I guess it could be in there.
This could happen involuntarily about midway through this thing if I don't take care of business.
But how bad would you have to go to use a porta potty at a haunted house in like a busy part of town on a date?
On a date? That must have been some post-Indian food.
I don't know what could have happened.
A little bit of curry to start the night.
I don't know what would have. I don't know what position I'd have to be in to do that. But he came back proud, like, oh yeah,
baby, blew that one out. Come on, honey, let's get scared.
Oh,
I had to rub one out probably.
And then she's screaming the whole time. Oh, it was hard. Like, and it's also important to keep distance in those. Like, you don't want. I don't personally want to see the group in front of me.
No.
Like, I want them to be so far ahead.
Oh,
but
okay.
the people behind you are also kind of in a hurry.
Yeah, they want to get out of there, and I'm, like, trying to slow it down. But the people in front of me is, like, a group of 5 with little kids. and they ain't in a hurry. And it's I kept having to tell Holden, I was like, stop, let's just wait. And then it's people starting to back up behind us. So the one critique I would say is they could push people through a little slower.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, this is we only got so many,
I get it.
so many
It's a
hours
business.
in the day.
Halloween's the clock's ticking.
I got about 36 more hours of this.
I get it.
I got to put my zombie costume back in the closet, except for my furry nights.
But yeah, it was a good time, man. Good time, and they do the costumes are so good.
Oh yeah, they spend a lot of money.
They do.
Yeah,
It's a culture.
and there's also of note,
What?
the gals that go to this thing.
Oh yeah,
A lot of them get dressed up.
a lot of skin.
A lot of
That's why you don't take a date to a haunted house.
I know.
You go with
How
your
many-
girlfriend or your family.
How many sexy costumes did you see?
15, 20.
Like made you look twice? Like whoa?
It's-
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
But
And like one of them, like this gal had, she had blood coming out of her eyes,
Yeah.
and it was all the way down onto her boobies,
Okay.
and
blood
like
on the boobs.
yeah, bloody boobies, and like she's trying to get you to look.
Zombie boobs.
I knew it.
And I mean, I looked for a second, and I'm like, oh my god, that's disgusting. But
Yeah. Look at that. It's just all over her.
and then of course they've got guys and gals going through the line, just scaring the hell out of people. You know, it's good stuff, man. Good stuff. You're running out of time
Tis
to
the
do
season.
it, but it was a
What
fun
time did you go?
7:30. We
okay.
We got in line at 7:30. By the time we got in, it was probably like 8:15, and then by the time we got out, it was about 8:45. So not too bad. But you do have to get, like, if you don't get your ticket in advance. First of all, if you don't get your ticket in advance, it's more expensive.
Yeah.
And you're at the way back, like they won't let you in the line. Like you got to wait out in the street until a certain, like every half hour they let a group in from the street. So, but yeah, it's a good. I think
It's worth it.
it's once in a while. It's worth the trip.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to go, Vic?
Nah.
No, see, it's worth it. Nah, I'm not going.
I'm not going.
No,
I haven't
done
been
that.
to one of those in like 10 years.
At some point I might do it again, but once the kids leave, you're kind of like, I'm not.
The last one I went to was the Nightmare on Grayson. That was, 10, 15 years ago, maybe?
Well, that's still there, right?
It still exists?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's multiple
I think
of
there's
these.
2 competing haunted houses.
Oh, Bloods and Crips.
Well, at least there used to be,
Literally.
unless one put the other under. But Nightmare on Grayson was the OG. That was the original.
Yeah, that was and then 13th floor came about, and then it took over for a minute.
And you always have to go through the metal detector?
Oh yeah, that's the San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess
That goes
don't
all the way
want no
back to
real
Fiesta
knives.
when we were afraid to.
the more I thought of it, I was like, yeah, they're probably worried that somebody's going to get scared and like pull out a piece on one of these monsters.
Yes.
So they got to make sure you don't come in there strapped.
And well, we're just San Antonio.
Well, we're
It's
Texas.
just kind of it's just kind of a thing.
All right.
If it's not a metal detector, how fun could it be? If there's no metal detector or cop, why would I even want to be there?
Exactly.
Well, my whole neighborhood's a haunted house, so just go outside like, whoa. You bring in the trash. I'm not bringing it.
Someone rang the doorbell. You answer it. No,
like-
you
No,
answer it.
Like the Purge.
I don't know
Flea
who it's
bottom.
going to be.
Right? It's like
Someone
a
knocked on the
Purge.
door.
I ain't going outside.
I think it's the mailman. I think they got him. I think they got the mailman. I'm not going out there.
But it could be a check. Go get it. Go check.
Send the little one.
Yeah.
Send the kid out
Send
there.
the kid out.
Send my 3-year-old granddaughter.
Yeah,
Go get it.
if a monster kills that one, then we're all doomed anyway. Well, then got home and got to see the second half of the baseball game,
All you
which
needed to see was the first inning. But
my
after
goodness, here we go.
you
The
savage,
Dodgers on the brink of elimination. The brink. I got some numbers on that coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
We have an accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be 35 southbound at North St. Mary Street, causing no delay right now at this moment. We have a stalled vehicle blocking the right lane of the connector ramp. This is going to be Loop 410 northbound right there at Highway 151. We have a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder 281 northbound at Bassey Road. Good news, we do have some road work, though. It is clearance is in progress right now. I-10 eastbound between Fresno and Hildebrand. Also, road work blocking various lanes. This is going to be 35 northbound between Weedner and O'Connor. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors. Why did they sell us their cars? Because we pay more at GiveMeTheVin.com. And why do we pay more? Because you and I both know that your car is worth more than others will offer you. And your time is worth more too. I'm John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell me your car faster and hassle-free because you're worth more.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening my own coffee shop.
I smell a caffeinated catastrophe.
And I needed menu boards and banners printed.
What you really needed was a reality check.
Staples really came through. They printed menus and signs, even flyers in time for my grand opening.
And that's when the other shoe dropped.
Not quite. I got $125 off my custom print order.
Cha-ching! For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-9047.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why the big wireless companies want you on an unlimited plan? It's because they need you to help cover the cost of the 20-somethings who are using a lot of data every month. Fact is, according to the latest research studies, most people 50 and up, like me, only use 12 gigs or less each month. Don't get bamboozled by big wireless. At Consumer Cellular, pick what suits your needs. Whether it's 1 gig, 5, 10, or unlimited, the point is, pay for exactly what you need and nothing more. We use the same towers as the big guys, but since we don't own and maintain them, we can pass the savings on to you. Our plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get the best customer service in the business. I want to invite you to join the millions of people who choose something better than big wireless. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, MediShare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And MediShare is a Christian community that's shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
All right, 6:22 on the Morning Huddle. Toronto Blue Jays take a 3-2 lead in the World Series.
Can you buy your way out of a slump? Can you spend some money with the baseball gods so that you can hit a baseball once again?
Mr. Blue, how long these jokers going to avoid talking about the best team in baseball? 3 for 3 in Dubs about to conclude. Hope you all enjoyed Canada winning the third World Series. I don't think you understand, Mr. Blue. Welcome to America, first of all. That's cool. Secondly, if you're not a Dodgers fan, your team anybody but the Dodgers. So if you think you're like rubbing it in America's face that the Blue Jays are winning the World Series, like I don't have that sense of like baseball doesn't cross into like making me feel like I'm a patriot if I cheer for the American team. I don't really care if the Blue Jays played in Venezuela, I would cheer for them over the Dodgers. Pretty much the only thing that I wouldn't cheer for over the Dodgers is the Boston Red Sox. So,
all right,
I ain't mad at the Blue Jays. Here's where we are, though. This is kind of a shocking development that we've gotten to this point because I don't want to say it's like an unprecedented underdog story if the Blue Jays do win. It's not. I mean, preseason they were 60-1, which if they win, they will be the third longest preseason shot in history to win, only behind the 2003 Marlins and the 1991 Minnesota Twins, the Jack Morris Twins.
The irony behind this is, they were 60-1, but no team was more all in to go get a championship than Toronto. They were close to Ohtani. I don't know how close, but they tried. They spent money on Vlad. So it's a shock that they're here, but this was the plan. It just was a weird way to get here.
Now, part of why the odds were so long on them is because their division looked to be a murderer's row. Like you have to remember before the season started, the Baltimore Orioles were looked at as like a real threat to win the World Series. They ended up being garbage. But the Red Sox were looked at as better than the Blue Jays. The Rays were looked at better than the Blue Jays, and obviously the Yankees. But the Dodgers, on the other hand, were plus 290 to win the World Series, which is like a record preseason on the other end.
Well, this isn't over.
It's not.
I mean, but if it feels like when you're cooking a brisket and you hit the stall. I feel like the Dodgers might be in a stall and might be stalled for too long. But if the bats wake up, they've been surviving with just 2 dudes getting hits. It's not like they need a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, that Freeman with timely and Godzilla whenever he's up. But I don't think they're that far away. And I think that's the thing that's most difficult to accept from Dodger fan. They're doing everything right. They just can't get the ball on a bat. It's just not there. But that's a team built to hit.
If you are tied 2-2 and you're on the road for Game 5, they are 35 out of 61, or now 36 out of 62. So it's not like unprecedented. And here's the other thing: winner of Game 5,
always
in a 2-2 series,
always
68%.
Yeah. It's just, and that doesn't. It's baseball, hockey.
Yeah,
I mean, if you basketball, you win Game 5. I don't care where you are. You're 25% away. You're almost there.
Yep. So that does make sense for the Blue Jays being a minus 240 favorite. Here's what I would say if you're still looking to get a bet in on this thing. If you like the Dodgers to come back and win the World Series, you can get them right now at plus 200. My suggestion would be a better bet would be betting Ohtani to win the World Series MVP at plus 250. Because if the Dodgers win the World Series,
he'll get it.
Ohtani's the MVP.
On the other side, Vlad the Impaler. Or Kenyasevich, would you put him there?
No.
Even after that performance, you think we'll see him in 7 if they get there?
He's 50-1. No, they won't. He won't pitch again. That's
okay,
it.
That's it. Well, he was brilliant last night.
Yeah. Vlad is minus 205 right now to be the World Series MVP, which means if the Blue Jays win, it's almost a certainty. The Blue Jays are minus 240, so I do think it's better value, like, to bet on Vlad. So I think either way, whoever you like, I think you're better off making a bet on the MVP than you are on the actual team. Mm-hmm. The one exception could be if you're a Dodgers guy, Yamamoto tonight, or I guess tomorrow when he goes, if he pitches another gym, he'd have 2 wins in the World Series, and his first one was a complete game, just
he's a
dominant.
Beast.
If he does it again, he's at 12-1. He's the third favorite. I think that's the end of the list of guys who could possibly win it. Vlad, Shohei, and Yamamoto.
You get the sense with the bats being as flat as they are, if the Dodgers are going to do it, it'll be on the back of Ohtani. So if anything happens, whether it be on the mound or in relief or bats, Ohtani, if I was the man, I don't care even about Vlad. I think Ohtani probably might be able to do stuff so amazing, even if they lose, you might give it to him.
Yamamoto and the Dodgers minus 150 in Game 6 tomorrow. Kevin Gossman going for the Blue Jays. They bring back plus 125. So total 7.5. This is the other rule of thumb. If it does go to a Game 7, it's an automatic under. You always bet the under in Game 7s. Basketball, NBA, NHL, Game 7s are under bets.
Because defense wins championships.
And that's everybody's tight, and it's just the way it goes. So
unless it's the Cowboys-Bills.
Well, there wasn't 7.
Well,
thank God there wasn't 7 games.
I'm trying to find a Game 7 absolute smash. There hadn't been one. No.
One of the Warriors titles that they won by like 30 in the last game. It was just, how about Game 7 between the Rockets and Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, where James Harden was just like 0 for 50. Oh, God, what a glorious.
That just made my day better.
I was so happy that day, and mind you, I was working in Houston, so everybody was mad except for me, because I was like, see, I told you guys, James Harden will never win, ever. It was like, you're hating on our team. I'm like, no.
Oh, you just won't win.
I grew up I grew up a bigger Rockets fan than all of you, and James Harden is never, ever, ever gonna win, like ever. And sure enough, it's held true. It's held true.
This will be. This will be one of the more crazy stories in the last decade for the Blue Jays. It really will be. I mean, again, the 61 story, but if you go a little bit deeper, this was a team in full force to go win this thing.
Well, it's
certainly a surprise.
I think there are you can draw some comps to that 03 Marlins team that, remember, the whole team broke up and went their separate ways after that because the Marlins didn't want to pay anybody. But that was the Josh Beckett Marlins who beat at the time, just the juggernaut New York Yankees. That was like Giambi, Jeter, A-Rod, like the whole crew. So that it's sort of like beating this Dodgers team. It's like, who could beat that team? Well, the Marlins did it. The scrappy Marlins, now the scrappy Blue Jays.
But I don't view them as scrappy. They don't play a scrappy game. They just kind of play a rather dominant. They're not playing.
Dude, they had a rookie start 2 games in this series.
Did he look like a rookie?
No, but that's what
12 last night.
And that kind of goes back to what I'm like. That's when that series is when Josh Beckett turned into Josh
I guess
Beckett.
That's true. And this Yasevich kid will probably be somebody for a long time. And this is just our first viewing. It doesn't feel like out of nowhere, but he is certainly. This is his second road win. Nobody's ever done this.
Yeah.
So but they don't feel scrappy to me. It's not like the kids that we didn't think could do it. They're just. I mean, especially last night, it's 2-0 before you even blinked.
Well, yeah. Well, and they do have a superstar in Vlad Guerrero, which is a little bit different than that Marlins. Although, did that Marlins team have Miguel Cabrera?
Was it Miguel?
I think he might. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'm an old man. All right, let's take a break. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
We have an accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be 35 southbound at North St. Mary Street, causing no delay right now at this moment. We have a stalled vehicle blocking the right lane of the connector ramp. This is going to be Loop 410 northbound right there at Highway 151. We have a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder 281 northbound at Bassey Road. Good news, we do have some road work, though. It is clearance is in progress right now. I-10 eastbound between Fresno and Hildebrand. Also, road work blocking various lanes. This is going to be 35 northbound between Weidner and O'Connor. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's lights out for Tulane. The UTSA Roadrunners host the Green Wave, presented by Cowboys Heating and AC, in a primetime national television game Thursday night in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. All fans are encouraged to wear black. Come celebrate Halloween with us and turn the lights out on Tulane. Tickets on sale starting at $24. Purchase online at goutsa.com or call 210-458-8872. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999 plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, a big lineup, and it all starts with the former head coach of the Texas Longhorns, Mack Brown.
He joins us at 2:35. We'll get the latest from the Cowboys with Stephen Jones at 4:35.
Can't wait. And can the Spurs go 5-0? They're taking on the Miami Heat.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If the Dodgers lose this series, what happens to that team? Do they just run it back?
Absolutely. They got more money. They'll keep spending until they buy another one.
I mean, they won it last year, so it's not like it would be a complete failure. But boy, Mookie Betts has been so bad in this series. Quite frankly, I mean, outside of and Ohtani was bad last night. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Shohei Ohtani combined to go 0 for 11 at the plate last night.
Well, you think about how bad they are, and we talked about after the 18-inning game that you play that next game on adrenaline, but the following game is when you wake up and everything is heavy. And the Dodgers looked heavy.
Well, and the Dodgers also, you could tell after, I think this is a result of that 18-inning game too. When is the last time you saw a starting pitcher in the World Series throw 116 pitches? 116 pitches, 5 earned runs for Blake Snell. I mean, the Dodgers basically said,
"That's all we got, man.
This one's over, so we're just we're gonna use him up and save that bullpen." And that's what they did. So Blake Snell, I'm sure in a normal situation, Blake Snell would have been yanked plenty earlier. They just didn't really feel like they had a choice. And Savage stayed in, pitched 104 pitches for very different reasons because they couldn't touch him.
He was throwing smoke, man.
12 strikeouts in 7 innings. Just a dominant performance for that kid. Good for him.
And when he's interviewed, that guy sounds like he's 40. What was the game plan? To dominate the game. Wow. All right, old man.
Yep. So I think it's been cool to see it's cool that it's a good World Series. Like I didn't expect it.
I will give him credit for. It has been an entertaining World Series.
And like I said yesterday, you've got my attention. I'll be there for Game 6.
Yeah.
I'm interested because the Giant is wobbling. You know, once you see Goliath's knees start to shake a little bit, you go, maybe.
That's what I was the first to say this ain't over, but it feels uncomfortably like this is going to end with kind of a whimper. You know, like the Blue Jays are going to go up there and just kind of win the game. And
You think so?
It just kind of feels like that the Dodgers just out of gas. I don't know. They didn't they looked heavy. Like, I'm just tired. It's been a long year, and we've been relying on Godzilla. And if he doesn't show up on both sides, we don't have a chance. And nobody else can hit. And Mookie Blaylock pouting around. There's something to body language. I'm a believer in that.
Yeah.
He looks whooped. You know, watching him walk away from the plate over and over and over, slumped over and talking to himself. Dude, there's something to the self-actualization thing where, man, you better believe it because I don't think you do.
Yeah. Mookie Betts so far in this series has 3 hits in 23 at-bats. 0 runs batted in.
And, he had this was a lousy year for several reasons, but it felt like as we left August and into September that here he was, that this was the Dodgers, that, that everything was prologue, past his prologue.
Everything got healthy. That was part
we're
of it.
here for the run. And he looked like he showed up, but no, that was a brief thing.
And quite frankly, like if for all of these guys, like if you take away, and it's hard to take away the home run that Freddie Freeman hit to end that game, he's hit. I mean, even without taking it away, he's hitting 200 in this series.
Yeah.
Like I know that he hit the game-winning home run, so it's hard to say that he's been a bust. But quite frankly, he's been a little bit of a bust. And this is the even craziest thing. If you take out the Game 3 for Ohtani, he's 2 for 15 in the series.
Right.
I mean, you obviously don't take out Game 3 because he basically won it by himself. But without that, he's 2 for 15 in the World Series.
Now, they're not – he can't do it all. He's running out of gas. I mean, there's just only so much – that 18 innings just –
It sapped them.
It did. Now,
but you'd think it would have sapped the Blue Jays
I know,
too.
but they looked like they were fresher for whatever reason. They jumped out of bed, 2 dingers to start this thing in. Let's coast home, man.
Well, and that's the other weird thing is that you'd think after an 18-inning game, I'd favor the team that got to go home and sleep in their own beds.
You'd think. You would think, but between the two, who was ready to play? The team that showed up and put 2 out to start the game and dared you for the rest.
Exactly. Well, and that's the other thing. Like, after an 18-inning game, almost always I'm going to favor the team that won that game because
momentum, yeah.
There is nothing that will let the air out of your balloon like losing an 18-round fight in the 18th round.
Like driving home and the alarm goes off, you got to get back up and go do it. And there might be something to just being in a hotel and not having anything to worry about, but what time is the first pitch?
Yeah. Well,
we'll see tomorrow.
Here we sit, and we'll find out tomorrow. All right, we got football to talk today, guys. It is a football small Friday. Get a little Spurs talk in there too as they get back into action tonight. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations, orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, MediShare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And MediShare is a Christian community that shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, I hope you guys have all gotten out there and voted. Big time for our fair city here.
A couple things to remember today and tomorrow. If you are going to go vote and you're wearing anything Spurs related, cover it up, take it off. They won't let you vote.
That is weird to me.
It is something. Well, I mean, this is what it is. So I'd seen a couple stories of people actually forgetting. So just remember, they won't let you in the door.
Okay.
Whether you're pro or con.
What, does that mean Spurs Jesus can't go vote?
That's
bless you, bless you. Who would? Because I mean, who would send away Spurs Christ?
Oh, you can't.
If he's got a hat on.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think he wears a hat. I think he wears a.
You can't reject.
Well, I've seen him wear a baseball cap.
Oh, does he?
Spurs Jesus, yeah.
If I were him, I would have a Spurs branded crown of thorns.
Well,
yeah, see.
If we lose, he'll wear one.
I think that's the move. Say,
we being the collective.
Yes.
I'm not taking sides, but if you vote the other way, stay home. I'm just,
It is what it is.
I want you to exercise your constitutional right not to vote.
Well, yeah, my son will be voting for the first time in his
good for
life.
him.
First timer.
That's right.
Breaking his cherry. I think today he's going to go out there and do it.
Do you still have to register for selective service? Is that still a thing? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Oh, yes.
Now that we have a War Department.
Well, just you wait. One of these days, the show's going to start, and one of us won't be here, and it's because we got selected to service.
Oh, you and I have done our duty.
Well, I mean, doesn't mean they won't call us back.
I think I'm safe. I think I'm relatively safe.
You might, yeah. I think we're probably both safe, but would not shock me if that were to come back to fruition one day.
An entirely different technology.
Were you?
Oh, dude.
You think?
I went through tech school, I kid you not, I had to learn how to program a computer with punch cards.
Okay, so yeah, your job might be a little out. They might not need your skill set anymore. What'd you do, Vic?
I'm missing a kidney. They're not going to come.
No, but what'd you do in the Navy?
I was on the flight deck of a carrier.
So you were like landing planes?
Yeah.
Okay. They could probably still.
I was mainly hanging out in the catwalk.
They could still use that job.
Yeah, that's probably still. Then they probably still use mine, but it'd be.
Yeah.
When I started, I was a scheduler for maintenance and stuff, but then that job went away, and I became a munitions builder. I made bombs.
I don't think they'll let me on there because I probably have to go to the restroom in the middle of landing planes, and I can't leave.
Dude, I thought you had the cool job. You had all the hand signals on the flight deck and the flashlights, and you're like,
I'm still deaf in my left
Maverick!
ear for that.
You did the whole.
You know how loud it is on there?
Dude, I worked the flight line too, brother. Yes, I do.
They are loud.
Yes, I do.
Unfortunately for me, my job is still very relevant.
See your enemy shoot at him?
Unfortunately, my body is not relevant to do the things that it did.
It won't do it anymore.
No, like I'd kick a door and it just wouldn't budge. And I hurt my knee.
You sprained your ankle.
My foot! Ah! Just lay down.
You'll just fall out of a helicopter, right?
Yeah, just drop me out of it. I will just hit the ground and lay there.
All like
hit my life.
Twinkle.
But in every war movie, there's the old grizzled sergeant, Sergeant Horvath.
The
old grizzled.
Yeah,
that'd be you.
I think I'm carrying around about 30 pounds too much right now. Would not work out in my favor, I don't think. So they're probably going to leave us alone. But but our kids, it wouldn't shock me if one of these days that's what happens.
The great Texas writer Molly Ivins once said, "The worst time to have a son is 18 years before war."
That's about right.
Yeah.
It's about right.
That is correct.
Although my little son says he's going to do it. He's gonna be a soldier. He wants to be like a Army Ranger.
Part of my family business, and it's part of yours too.
Yeah. So we'll. I tell you got plenty of time, Bubba. We'll see where the world is. You might change your mind by the time that comes.
Certainly
around.
not going to push you there, but if you want to go, I'll pat you on the back.
But I do appreciate that right to vote, and I hope everybody exercises it.
Go do it for the love of Pete. Seriously, do your research.
And even if you don't
know
care
what
about
you're doing
Pete at all, like
there's other things in play here. There's some tax things that'll go far beyond just a little old dome here in San Antonio. But whatever it might be, do your research, vote appropriately, and be proud of it.
And that's the thing. There's no people to vote for on this.
This is all having to do with your money one way or another.
It's mostly Texas Constitution stuff.
See, in the state of Texas, we can't make a law unless it's a constitutional amendment.
Yeah.
So if you want it done, it has to be voted on by the peoples.
So this is your chance to have your voice heard. All right. When we come back, wild thing going on at LSU. if LSU couldn't LSU.
Come on in here, boy.
Louisiana always has something wild going on with their governor. We'll talk
Come
about
on
the
in
latest.
here. Let's talk some football, boy.
Morning Huddle 94.1.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Pre-K, good morning. Yo, what's cracking?
Would you take a picture of your closet someday?
Was it like that MTV show? What was that? Cribs?
Messy Cribs?
Yeah, this is not quite the same as that.
What up, Mom?
Who's
that with you? Oh, you brought another one home last night. Hey, Stan. Or whatever your name is.
No, you ain't gonna do my mama like that.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PIPE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GEAR for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GEAR for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GEAR.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, MediShare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And MediShare is a Christian community that shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully. for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help take the guesswork out of your vehicle's check engine, ABS, or maintenance light with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
We have an accident reported at Hamilton Wolf Road eastbound at Floyd Curl Drive, causing no delay. We also have another accident on the frontage road. This is going to be 410 southbound at Callahan Road. We have a stalled vehicle blocking the right lane of the connector ramp. This is going to be Loop 410. It's the northbound connector right there to Highway 151. A disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder, Loop 410 westbound at Broadway. And then finally, a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder, 281 northbound at Nakoma. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to get off to their very first 5-0 start to the season in franchise history as Wemby and the Spurs take the court tonight against the Miami Heat. Tip-off at the Frost is set for 7:30. In the NFL, Thursday Night Football is on San Antonio Sports Star as the Baltimore Ravens will take on the Miami Dolphins. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is returning from a hamstring strain and is expected to play tonight for the first time since September the 28th. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.702 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Thursday. Jeff Landry, the governor of Louisiana. Now, I don't know Jeff Landry. I've learned more about Jeff Landry in the last, week than I ever knew about him before in my life. I've learned 3 things about him. One, I learned that he has the power to say that LSU needs to fire their coach and eat $54 million for their – by the way, one of the poorest states in the country. They said, you know what, we're going to eat that $54 million.
Keep in mind, that's the highest paid state employee. And the state you coach normally is the highest paid state employee. And so I get why the governor's stepping in, but we got a kind of a Jerry Jones syndrome going on here.
I learned that the day after he spent $54 million to make Brian Kelly go away, he said that the LSU needed to prioritize building a statue of Charlie Kirk on their campus. And then on the next day, I hear that the governor has decided that the AD at LSU doesn't have the power to hire the next head coach.
Keep in mind, that AD is responsible for about $140 million of write-off over the last 2 schools he's been at. I appreciate Mr. Scott Woodward for stimulating the economies of both Texas and Louisiana.
I'm not saying that Governor Jeff Landry is wrong in not giving Scott Woodward the authority to do that because Scott Woodward, again, was the man in charge of hiring Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M.
Yes, sir.
And then somehow failed to LSU where he hired Brian Kelly.
Well, he didn't fail. They took him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how it happens, but it does. And then he now I'm sure he'll be able to hire the next coach at Notre Dame or who knows where. But Governor Landry said that he'd let President Trump do it before he did let Woodward do it. Now, there's such thing as having your nuts clipped, and then there's this.
You are neutered, brother. You are neutered. You might as well. He's fired, dude. You're done. Done. You're done.
That's the simple way of putting it. Is if you as the AD aren't allowed to make the hire of the highest paid state employee in Louisiana, then what is your job? And the answer is you ain't going to have it for long.
You're a football game scheduler. That's what you are. You're a football and basketball game scheduler, and your job is like when I was the AD of a little middle school. You got to find the refs. You're going to have to make sure the popcorn's ordered. You have to make sure the security gets there on time. The real important stuff.
Yeah. And it is funny that it's not someone from the university saying this. It's not the university president. It's the governor saying, nah.
This is Jerry Jones stuff, man. So you're going to step in. And the fact of the matter is, I think most people in Louisiana feel like they do a better job than anybody who hired Brian Kelly anyway. So I get it because we all knew that wasn't going to work. But I can tell you what, this ain't going to work either.
Here's his quote. Maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. I'm not going to be picking the next coach, but I can promise you we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that coach is successful. We're going to make sure that he's compensated properly, and we're going to put metrics on it because I'm tired of rewarding failure in this country and then leaving the taxpayers to foot the bill.
LSU, you're screwed. You guys are screwed. So they're going to hire the coach from Liberty? Is that what's going to happen here?
He said
Hillsdale College?
He said, now mind you, this is wild. This AD, this is him, the governor talking about this AD. We're not going to go down a failed path, and I want to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-some million. Right now, we've got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again. And you know what? I believe we're going to find a great coach.
Yes, sir.
My role is about the fiscal effect of firing a coach under a terrible contract, okay? And all I care about is what taxpayers are going to be on the hook for. I was also not happy with the fact we were raising ticket prices while we were having a losing season, and we're paying a coach $100 million and not getting the results. Now, look, I have no animus against Brian Kelly.
Animus?
I don't dislike Brian Kelly, but I think it had gotten to the point, and I think they realized that the spirit of the team needed a change. Now, LSU has not commented.
Well,
probably the way to go about it.
Better just be quiet. They'll fire the president.
Can you imagine Greg Abbott being like, this Sark's got to go?
Well, I'm just stepping forward for the people.
Can you imagine a world where that happens?
Ronald Reagan in his speeches have got a little bit of prominence lately about tariffs and whatnot. But there was a great statement that I still stand by that he lived with. The 8th worst words in the American language are, we're the government and we're here to help.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to hear that. So, yeah.
Now, mind you, it's also important to remember that Jeff Landry holds an office that was once held by the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. So this guy's got a lot of.
Hey, Mussolini made the trains run on time. I'm just saying. So, you get a little bit of good with the bad. This is you are so screwed, LSU fan. You are screwed. This is a political hire. You are going to get the head coach that has been chosen by the president of the United States. In between the other things that he's. That is the strangest of all the outcomes of A&M beating and ending Kelly's career is ridiculous. The governor of LSU talking about the president being able to make a hire.
When this guy's talking about, okay.
What?
Let's put odds on it.
Okay. What do you got?
What do we think the odds are that the next head coach at LSU is a white man? I'm going to go about minus 10,000.
I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah. I'll go minus 11.
That's a pretty safe assumption.
Jeez.
I'm pretty safe. Now, maybe Tommy Tuberville can come out.
But now I did realize something in this whole ordeal. Remember about a month ago who said they were thinking about quitting media to go and run for governor of Alabama?
Who, Brett?
Paul Feinbaum.
Oh, there we go, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Paul wants to pick the next coach at Alabama.
Well, let him.
That's what it's all boiling down to.
You know what? The way this is going, he will.
He might.
If you start listening to the fans, you end up sitting with them? Is that the old saying? So, you're going to have the governor, the president, and Paul Feinbaum are going to go find your next head coach there, LSU. Go Tiger. Go Tigers.
Guys, I got real good news. If you are an LSU fan, Guess who has said they're open to listening about the job?
Is Jimbo available?
Ed Orgeron says, I'm open to returning to LSU.
Well, that's not how it sounded when he said it.
Hey,
He needed an interpreter like Shohei.
Listen.
What'd he say? He said he'd do it again. Oh, okay.
I just got to get in my truck. I could be there today. I could be there later on today. Go Tigers. Whoever that candidate is, they need to be
Every character from the Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, the Water Boy.
And there's others that were in his movies that I was thinking would be great candidates.
No,
too.
sound like Sling Blade.
Same thing.
Out of gas.
Brian Kelly never embraced the state of Louisiana, and when you got those guys on your side, it's very powerful. Very powerful, I tell you.
You guys are so doomed. Good for you.
There is not a world where LSU's next hire works out. I can't picture it.
And here's the thing: is you're the head coach. You also know that I'm about to get hired by somebody other than the AD. So I get hired by somebody else, but they go away once I get hired. Now, I know the AD that's there is about to get fired. So then they go get another AD that I now work for that I'm not his guy either. So you better show up at LSU with a name like Saban.
Yeah. But why would why would any reputable coach take this job right now?
That's what I'm saying. There's only 2 or 3 guys that even will look sideways at this job because I'm going to be the governor's choice, but eventually my boss, the guy that's got the corner office, is about to get fired. That guy shows up. I'm not his guy. Also, I'm probably not winning the way I want to be. I get fired next.
When is the next gubernatorial election?
All of that. So you got 2 ADs now. No, this is a low-end high. And now they might find a young superstar, but they're going to have to find that needle in a haystack because I don't think anybody short of, like I said, Urban Meyer, Saban.
I mean, Urban Meyer got fired from a job after like 6 weeks.
That's but I'm just saying, I'm talking about dudes that can take that job that have that have flame retardant underwear that can handle the fire. Yeah. There's not a lot of dudes that can step into this mess.
No, and like I said, I don't think there's a lot of people who are going to be raising their hands, going, you know what, this feels like the next good step for me.
And the sad thing is, it is the best job out there, and they're screwing it up.
And this is why I mean, I've already said I think Florida's a better job than this for these reasons.
Well, now it's by far down there, but if you wanted to step in with talent, my gosh, and you make it that much harder.
Imagine being Lane Kiffin.
No,
and Lane Kiffin's getting calls from LSU and Florida. Which one sounds more appealing right now?
Seriously, there's all
Lane,
getting,
this is the governor here,
and I'm not going to say that the governors don't have a fair amount of influence on these hires. They do, but it's normally behind the scenes. I mean, they play a role. But in front and center, you're interviewing them. They normally play the approval role, and
I like to picture coming out like Colonel Sanders.
That's how I feel.
Now,
Huey P. Long.
We may have made a little mistake, a little bit of a misstep here with this last hire, but now we're ready to go to the big time. Now, you hear?
This Yankee coming down
here in Louisiana. We don't take kind to losing. And I'm tired of the taxpayers paying extra for losses. And it just had to have. I've got no animus towards Brian Kelly, but he had to go. And now old Jeff's going to pick you a winner. Old Jeff going to pick you a winner. Don't you? Now, I'm not going to pick him myself, but I'm going to talk to the President of the United States. We're going to discuss some things. And we might have us a coach in the next week or so, I'm going to reckon. But it ain't going to be this dummy this Scotty Woodard, whatever his name may be, who gave a bunch of money to Jimbo Fisher and now a bunch of money to Brian Kelly. Well, I got news for you, boys and girls. That ain't how the next hire here in Louisiana is going to go down. We're going to gather around the dinner table. Oh, out at my plantation.
It's hot.
Oh, boy. I still picture Governor Abbott wheeling out and saying, now Texas has got to fire Steve Sarkisian.
Even he knows the limits. I don't know.
We got to get rid of this fella.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a mess LSU has found themselves in. And listen, I don't feel bad for Brian Kelly because I've always thought Brian Kelly was for lack of a better word, a D-bag. And he's like, have you ever heard the story of when he was the head coach at Central Michigan and Robert Saleh and Matt LaFleur were on his staff? And which pretty good guys to have on your staff, right?
I had no idea those guys that ever crossed paths.
Yeah, they come from the Brian Kelly coaching tree. But Brian Kelly, these are a couple young assistants. He said, "Hey, we're having a party for some big time alum, and I'd like to have you guys there." So Robert Saleh and Matt LaFleur show up, and they're not on the invitation list. They're there to work. He brought them there to park cars for rich donors. Like his offensive assistants, he brought them to this party and made them park rich guys' cars.
He's giving a little money, a little scratch on the side.
And then he made
giving you a job.
He made them stick around and bring their cars up to him. Imagine you get out and it's like
you're all dressed up.
An offensive analyst hands you your keys. Yeah. Thanks for coming out tonight, sir. It's Matt LaFleur handing you your keys. Like that's what Brian Kelly is. This is not a guy to feel sorry for. He's a dick. But
he earned it.
They have gotten into a weird spot here with this thing.
I was thinking, I didn't want him to have to fire Kelly. It was better off for everybody involved if he just hung there and had this festering wound.
I didn't want him to fire Ed Orgeron.
See, and maybe
because I could have told you the minute Joe Burrow left, I could have told you exactly what Ed Orgeron was going to look like. He's going to look like a guy who had no idea what he was doing because he didn't. He had Joe Burrow.
Who takes this job? I'm really the cavalcade of stars that we're going to see pass through is going to be interesting. There's going to be a group of has-beens and have-to-be's.
I totally forgot. Robert says Brian Kelly was also responsible for that photographer's death at Notre Dame. That's true too.
That's true.
Yeah, I think LSU is going to end up hiring someone with no Power 4 experience.
They'll have to, or somebody who's been so far out of the game that they don't care.
Someone who's going to have to. They're going to have to take a risk because nobody who has any kind of hot name right now, like I don't even know if well, I mean, we've talked about Jeff Traylor's wife says he doesn't want to go. If LSU called Jeff Traylor today, you think he'd say yes?
Well, it'd be hard not to, but my gosh, the prenup that you'd have to deal with to step in because the governor's there saying, we ain't spending any money. Well, you know what I mean? We're going to, and there'll be metrics attached. Yeah, and coaches are going, why would I want that?
Which basically what he's saying is, we're not going to have one of these here fancy buyouts next time. If you don't win, you're just fired and you get nothing.
So no one goes there. I mean, so I don't know who takes that job other than one who doesn't care anymore or one that is so desperate knowing I got to take anything available because you never know when it comes around again. So LSU fan, you're in trouble. This just reeks. It's as bad as it could be.
Yeah, it is a bad – and LSU, listen, man, They have gone through some missteps when it comes to coach hiring. Because let's not forget the Will Wade.
Oh, there's been they hire riverboat gamblers. At least they look for they try to find the next.
It's just it doesn't. And who did LSU get after Will Wade? Matt McMahon, who does not have. He was at Murray State. Imagine LSU football now going to Murray State to get their football coach.
They kind of did. Didn't Frank Wilson? Didn't he just come from directional Louisiana? What he was at?
Well, he's just the interim.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying they've already gone to the local directional schools, and Ogeron was the same way.
Who knows?
Good luck to you, fellas. Good luck to the SEC. We all feeling better about ourselves today.
All right, let's take us a break here. And when we comes on back, we're going to talk about that National Foosball League game between them Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. They got a big football match coming up tonight. It's the Morning Huddle here. You hear? On 94.1, the San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, we got a party coming up. It's a Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit on November the 19th. It's from 9 to 6. It's the annual holiday kickoff tailgate. You know, as the holiday season comes around and football season is already here, if you're heading out for the weekend, what are you going to do with your dogs? I'll tell you what I do. That's what I do is send them over to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. You go there once, and you always got a little trepidation when you take your dogs to a new kennel, a new place. You never know how everybody's going to treat them. And then when you walk in, the best thing you can hear is happy dogs and see them running around, and you'll see plenty of them at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. I love the atmosphere. I love the facility. They've got so much room, both indoor and out. And as the days turn colder, you don't want your dogs running around that cold weather all day long. They've got plenty of stuff inside to do. And when it's hot outside, they've got all the room you need. They got enough room to separate all the dogs for sizes. They don't all have to go in and out all the time. There's enough room for them all to go out and play. The best reference I can give you is when my dogs come home, they are tired and they're not starving. They're comfortable enough to actually eat there at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. And that tells me a lot about the keepers that are there. They've got all the extras you're looking for, from the videos in the cages to the tuck-ins to the treats and everything you're looking. The hours are perfect. They're real close to the airport, and they're just outside of 1604. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Now, we're having a party on Wednesday, November the 19th. You need to check them out right now. Go to mybunkinbiscuit.com or head out over there to them. That's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. We'll be out there November the 19th. You go out there, see them today. I know you're going to thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action, where you can make your picks and win money right now in Texas. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. I love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and the way Dak Prescott is playing, certainly want to go higher. The way that Cowboys defense is playing, whoever they're playing, you might want to go higher. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things, like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I want to show off the prep that I did for this interview, so if you've got your pen ready, write this down.
Got it, I'm ready.
Bo Nix this season, 4.9 yards per drop back against zone coverage, 6.2 yards per drop back against man coverage. So just throwing that out there.
All right, well, I got to go change the game plan, guys. All that man-to-man you guys want to see. Let me go get Flus.
Now you tell him, hey, man, back to the drawing board, buddy. Your old stuff is going to work here.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Alrighty. Week 9 of the NFL gets underway tonight. That's right. We've all been waiting for it. The big matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins.
Miami can end the season. They got something to play for tonight.
Somebody's season ends tonight.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, somebody is going to walk away doubting their future wherever they might be. I mean, if Baltimore loses, it's over for them. I mean, you can pretend at 2-5, but at 2-6, I mean, it'd take a miracle, no matter how good they got.
Well, that's where the Dolphins sit at 2-6. Even coming off a huge win, the Dolphins. We know what the Dolphins are. The Dolphins are a bad football team. The Ravens thus far have looked like a bad football team. The question is why? And it's real easy to look at the last couple of weeks and say, well, Lamar Jackson wasn't there, so that's an easy scapegoat. But when Lamar Jackson was there,
he wasn't playing defense.
No. And the other side of the coin is you can look at it and say, okay, here's the Ravens' losses so far this season. At Buffalo, the Lions, at Kansas City, the Texans, and the Rams.
Well, they had a good schedule.
There's not an embarrassing loss on there. But you also have to say, well, what are your wins? Home against Cleveland, home against the Bears.
So
here's your trophy.
And it's not that you lost to good teams. It's how you lost. You got beat. It wasn't like you were in it. You scored some touchdowns, but you couldn't stop any of them. Every team you've played scored when they needed to score. You have not been able to do that yet. And that doesn't have anything to do with your offense. It doesn't have anything to do with your running back who seems to have lost his step until finally last week. I don't know how much you can expect Lamar Jackson to change anything other than to add 14, 16, 20, 21 points to the final score.
But here's the question. What Lamar comes back? Well, how healthy is Lamar? And if Lamar can't run,
he's not going to play unless he's 100%. I think we can all agree that he's not going to limit his abilities for whatever reason unless he feels he's as close as he's going to be. I shouldn't say 100%. Nobody's 100% now.
Sure.
But he's the kind of guy, if it's kinda, I'm not. You know, it seems like that's been his whole career. If it's kind of close to me playing, if I could, unless it's the Super Bowl and we haven't seen him there, I ain't playing. So I think he's going to be as healthy as possible, and I think the offense is going to click. I think the running back they found last week again, Derek ran the football, and I think that's going to be key. And they're going to be able to score some points, but that's not been the issue.
The question becomes, like, right now we talked about it yesterday, the Ravens are favored to win the AFC North. Their schedule, if they win tonight, they're 3-5.
And it's a skate, I know.
Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Pats, Packers, Steelers. Let's say you lose 2 of those games. You're still finishing you're still finishing at 10-7 and probably a playoff team, probably winning that division.
But you lose tonight. You sit at 2-6.
Yeah, everything's uphill.
And you now, not only do you have to be extraordinary, you have to rely on 2 or 3 other teams to do things that you don't expect them to do, whether that to be win a game that they're not expected to, or the vice versa, to get there. Now you're so reliant on others that it becomes just about impossible. It is completely out of your hands at that point. And that assumes that you do go 10-7, that you do go and get 8 or 9 wins to close out the season. That assumes that you are still going to play that well. You just lost this one. I just don't see how it happens.
The number of teams, right? There is 1%. 1% of teams in the NFL have started 1-5 or worse and ever made the playoffs. And the Ravens now, after the win last week, ESPN analytics give them a 43.2% chance.
Doesn't sound optimistic, but it is.
But again, historically, only 1% of teams has ever done this. That's an uphill battle, man.
Because it's not in your hands. There's too many variables that completely unforeseen 6 weeks from now. As the checkerboard has changed, something weird happens. No matter how good you look, it's over. You can't catch up.
The only time that's happened, the 1970 Bengals, the 2018 Colts.
I remember that team.
That team. I mean, they had more injured players than they had guys they could put on the inactive list. So they had guys who couldn't play on their active roster on game day. Yeah, that was. And then they went on and won 9 of their last 10. They made the wild card.
Could not beat them. Could not knock them out.
The 2015 Chiefs and the 2020 Washington football team, who I don't even remember them starting 1-5.
Well, that was COVID, man.
That's true. That was Alex Smith.
That was a weird year. Nothing about that year mattered.
That was the year that Alex Smith was coming back from his busted leg, and everybody's like, "Oh, Alex Smith is a hero."
Well,
Alex Smith was like a firefighter or something.
He got healed right here at BAMC, so yes. Yes.
But yeah, now can the Ravens become the 5th ever? I mean, I'm looking at their division, it's entirely possible.
They have the table set, but again, the just the variables to me. Again, you can do everything right. You can play your way out. You lose tonight, no matter what. There's too many horses in the race now.
Yep. They asked whether you took time out of the bye week to calculate how many wins the Ravens would need to make the playoffs. He said it's not that hard to figure out. It's pretty simple math. I don't have to think that hard about it, to be honest with you. They're aiming for 10 wins, though. And if you win 10 games, 88% of time you win 10 games, you go to the playoffs. In this current format,
yes.
the current 17 format. If you win 9 games, it drops to 40%. So from 88 to 40, the biggest jump in any win total is that.
And that game is tonight for the Ravens. And on the other side of this, Miami can salvage some self-respect. They can take care of a season tonight and fly home and like, well, we ain't getting it, but neither are they.
Yeah.
And that's almost more fulfilling.
Well, I don't. First of all, I want to plant my flag now that I don't think Baltimore's making the playoffs.
You can tell by my attitude. It's just now again they win tonight, and I know what the schedule looks like, but Cleveland's no pushover. There's several losses that you might circle as well. You know, the record is terrible. That they'd have to still overcome some things and be better themselves, apart from other teams collapsing.
Yeah.
So it gets that difficult. That's why I think the Ravens are going to win tonight, but I do think they're going to get the best effort from the Dolphins. Because if I'm McDonald, that's the way that's the way I'm coaching this game. It's all or nothing tonight, man. You can hang the season on tonight's national TV game. Is you did that to them.
B. Wilson says 93 Oilers. No, the 93 Oilers went 1-4 to start the season, and then they won out. So they ended up going 12-4. So they won 10 straight games to finish the season, but didn't start 1-5.
Yeah.
But they did of course make the playoffs. Yeah, that's the loss to the Chiefs that year. But yeah, listen, man, I think the Ravens. I still think when you've got Lamar Jackson in that division, where there's, by the way, I think Jake Browning is starting again this week, so it's not even Joe Flacco. Dylan Gabriel and the mummified Aaron Rodgers. yeah, you've got a puncher's chance for sure because you've got the only real quarterback in the division. But who's to say Lamar's hamstring doesn't catch again? And, like, you know, it's not like hamstrings just go away. And then what happens? Because when this defense, let's face it, is compromised. Although they're healthier than they were.
They are.
But
you know, we're talking a lot about Lamar and his health.
You've gotten rid of all of the wiggle room is all I'm saying.
Yeah, this will take it. But, you know, I think that their future really, as much as it matters that Lamar's on the field, they're going to have to use Derrick Henry as a weapon to keep the defense off the field. They're healthier, but they're not good. There's a reason why they're terrible no matter what. And it's been as much defense as the offense, and Derrick Henry's fallen off and all those other things, tight end issues. This is it's far more than just him is what I'm trying to get at. He helps a lot, the MVP quality, but he doesn't play defense. He doesn't run the football every play. And if you start going that way, that's why Baltimore tends to lose, is when Lamar becomes everything and not just part of a bigger thing.
And also, like, how much can you put on Derrick Henry? And
you're gonna have to, brother. I mean, he's the reason they win. It protects the defense. It does all the other things that springs Lamar.
Last week, 2 touchdowns, and that was nice. But 21 carries for 71 yards, like less than 3.5 yards per carry.
Well, it's the usage. It's the 21 carries. It's the keep the offense on the field, keep the defense safe. It's all of those. Now he needs more, but the weapon that Derrick Henry was the reason they're losing too. I mean,
that's a 31-year-old running back.
I agree.
You're gonna keep giving him 25 carries a game. How long is that gonna last?
This is the girl you brought to the dance. I mean, this was the plan. Your idea was to run the football, protect Lamar, use Zay Flowers when you have to, and use the defense to turn the ball over and win a bad division. And you're as bad as the rest.
Yeah, I'm not. I just don't think there's a realistic path for the Ravens. And usually, the Ravens are one of those teams where I almost always give them the benefit of the doubt because I think Harbaugh is such a good coach, and they're one of the few teams in my mind where they have a winning culture that seems to supersede everything else that's going on. I just think this hole is too deep that they've dug. I really do. I do think they win tonight. I think it's a close game though. I don't think the Ravens should be favored by 7.5 points on the road. I can tell you that much.
I feel like if you get behind late, this might end quick. I mean, somebody might stretch it. You know, if Baltimore gets behind late and they're down 2 touchdowns in the fourth, I wonder what it'll look like. It could be turnover and we're done kind of stuff. It could be a fast spread. Baltimore wins. It could be a going away kind of thing.
And they ran away last week from the Bears, but that was at home. And
yeah, it doesn't look good for either one of these teams. And I think the reason to watch tonight is just to see who's going to end whose season for sure.
Well, and one thing we can say about the Dolphins certainly is for a team that I kind of thought was going to just turn around and quit on
the
McDaniel.
Offense is moving the ball.
They have not quit on Mike McDaniel. Like what they did last week showed you. They blew the doors off the Falcons last week. They have not stopped trying, so that is not a concern. So I think you get their best effort tonight. I do think the Falcons win, or excuse me, I think the Ravens win. I just think they just kind of edge it out though. So
I like Devin A-Chain if you're
the Ravens can't stop the run. Ravens can't stop the run.
So you can go eat there.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back. Spurs back in action tonight.
Trying to do something they've never done before.
What's that?
Crazy.
We'll talk about it next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
We have that accident still reported in Hamilton, Wolf Road, eastbound at Floyd Curl Drive. We also have an accident on the frontage road, 410 southbound at Callahan Road. And then road work, only the left lane is open. This is going to be on the frontage road, 410 westbound at I-35. And then we have a stalled vehicle blocking the right lane of the connector ramp. This is going to be Loop 410 northbound, right there to Highway 151. And then a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder, Loop 410 westbound at Broadway. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You know, I make decisions every day, but the easiest ones I've been making for the last several weeks are Dak Prescott. The more Dak is riding the wave, and I've been with him on Prize Picks, and being right can get you paid, especially when you're doing it on the weekly. Prize Picks has everything you need to have some fun on all your favorite games. If you like winning, you like to know what you're doing, Prize Picks is your answer because you can do the research and you can go out and win, and it's so simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players, and you can get up to 2,000x on your money if you pick right. Now, they offer stacks is what I love, and you can pick the same player in up to 3 different venues and play them in the same lineup, and you can only find this at Prize Picks. That's why I go there every day. You want to know another reason? Alamo. Remember the code Alamo, and you get $50 in lineups if you play your first $5 lineup. That's Alamo. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
If your kid has a fake ID, we got one rule here. You will make beer runs for me. Is that a bad dad?
Yeah. What? Did you take the ID?
I did later.
Okay.
After you got your beer.
You got to prioritize this stuff, JD.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Halloween parties at the Roo Pub have become legendary. Plan now for the biggest and best Halloween party in San Antonio, Friday, October 31st. Kick off the party weekend at the 12th annual Halloween party with DJs inside the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. No cover charge and a $1,000 costume contest at midnight. This is the Halloween party you don't want to miss. Friday, October 31st, the Halloween party of the year. We'll see you at the Roo and wear a costume.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO. Get ready for Breeders' Cup weekend at Retama Park. Join them Friday for free admission and Saturday for just $5. Enjoy open concessions and all the racing action. Victory starts at Retama Park Racetrack in Selma. Must be 21 or older to wager.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Y'all ready for this?
You got to get that Avery. Y'all ready for this?
Ready for this?
For this?
Ready for this?
Y'all ready? Then I don't want to sound too much like the governor of Louisiana.
Avery aspires to such things, I think.
I
You
do
sound like-
declare.
You sound like the lunger.
Atticus Finch.
I do declare. Oh, why, Johnny Mingo? It looked like someone stepped over your grave. The San Antonio Spurs. It's kind of funny. There are, I guess everybody who was undefeated last night also won, right?
Yeah.
Like they all remained unbeaten. So the four unbeaten teams, 3 of them were in the lottery last year. The Spurs, Sixers, and Bulls were all in the lottery. Now,
there's a couple things. Let's stop right
who's
there.
the biggest surprise of those 3?
Bulls.
I think so, too.
Bulls, yeah. But there's also the Bulls. In the early season, there's 2 kinds of teams. There's some teams that are building toward an ultimate goal. That, there are pieces to be put in place. There's guys to rest. There's things that we got a long time and things that need to be done between now and late March. And then there's teams like the Bulls that, hey, we got a bunch of dudes. Let's go find out. I mean, let's go see what we got here and let's start running some basketball. And those teams that are running free and not trying to, implement a system and get everybody used to finding the guy coming around the pick and just knowing if I throw the ball right there, he's always going to be there. I don't even have to look. They're still trying to get that fixed. And when you're Chicago, just trying to find a bunch of guys and start the formation of what the next chapter of what the Bulls are going to be, they're out there just running and having fun. Now, eventually, you run out of time, and that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So a lot of bad teams start fast. The worst season in Spurs history. Keep in mind, our Wemby year, we won our first 3 or 4 games. I mean, we fell out and won some games on kind of like accident. And I think a couple of these games are accident. But I will say this. The Bulls aren't that. They're a little bit better than that, but I still think they're playing the free and easy fun game, and other teams are just kind of forming themselves, and it's easier to lose those early ones that way.
We all know what Wemby's done so far. Western Conference Player of the Week, became the first player in NBA history to have 100-plus points, 40-plus rebounds, and 15-plus blocks through the first 3 games of the season.
He's got more blocks than like 20 teams.
Yeah, that's wild. We've seen a breakout performance from Dylan Harper already as he put 20 on the Nets. Was plus 33 for the night. I know you don't like plus minus, but plus 33. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a great number. I don't care what game you're in. It is important to note that so far, the Spurs have played nothing but teams that were also lottery teams last year. They have played a very weak strength of schedule. Okay. And tonight and their next game, the Heat Lakers, they get a step up. I, for one, am excited to see them take that step up. I don't believe that it's fugazi. I don't think it's fake, the start for the Spurs. I think they're the real deal. And I think especially the fact that I don't care who you're playing, you've done it so far without De'Aaron Fox, without Jeremy Sohan, without a couple of pieces that were at least expected to contribute. So I think that the Spurs are right there as one of the best stories so far this year.
The team, one of the best. Wemby is the best.
He might be. It's an exciting time. But, again, tonight, things crank up a little bit.
Yeah, against a team that knows how to beat us, against a guy in Bam Adebayo who's had some success against Wemby, being a little bit more mobile, a little bit more body-centric, and can defend him all the way out there, can actually step out to the top and guard him from the timeline in. So it's an interesting matchup. The Spurs, on paper, are younger, athletic, scoring more points. Defense is good. There's going to come a time, and I think it'll probably be tonight, where turnovers become an issue, where point guard play really starts to get magnified. That we've existed with Dylan Harper McLaughlin and Wemby as our point guard, and that's not a prescription to win against good basketball teams where pace matters and understanding who needs to get the ball where starts to play a role. And we know that Dylan is born to being a point guard, but he's still a rookie, and I think we're headed for a 15 turnover night at some point. And if it's going to happen, it'll probably happen tonight in the confines of home when you're a little bit more comfortable. And you tend to make those kind of mistakes instead of being on edge on the road. So my expectation if it's ugly, it'll be because of turnovers.
I think that's probably a fair assessment. But it's also, that's one of the categories where I'm going to have a hard time judging what the Spurs are in that category until I see De'Aaron Fox run their game, because that's who ideally that's your point guard this season.
And the problem is, once he gets here, he's going to kind of screw up the mechanism for a game or two. So it'll be a mess. It'll probably look a little worse once he gets here, just because they haven't played with each other.
Which I think the overarching thought is, he doesn't play tonight. I think they think he's gonna try to go this weekend in Phoenix.
I hope so. We need to get him on the court.
Yeah, I'm ready to see it. The real test comes versus OKC in Denver. I don't know. I'm not looking for that yet. Like, I don't need, like, okay, if they're not better than Oklahoma City and Denver today, does that mean they're not for real? I don't think so.
One is the best team in the world, and the other team we beat a couple times last Denver.
Yeah.
So I think certainly we're just sizing each other up. There's the teams that we're going to play now, us two, are not the teams that are going to play each other when it really matters in March and April. There'll be very different teams doing very much more precise things. So I love the idea. I think you need these games, but a loss, even an embarrassing loss, ain't the end of the world. This is just we're setting up the stage for something much bigger later down the road.
It says Lakers in trouble because the rest of that roster's trash without Luka and LeBron. Well, they found a way last night. Austin Reeves broke my heart. I can tell you that, because I bet against him.
This is Linsanity, man. What's going on here?
Yeah,
Austin Reeves
hits a game winner and cost me money. I can tell you that much.
That was sweet. And not only did he hit the shot, he brought the clock down. He went full on Jordan.
Yeah. So I'm not. And by the way, by the time they play, is Luka going to be out by the time they play?
With Luka, you never know.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I do think the focus tonight, Miami. And by the way, this is I think this is good news. We're starting to see. Normally, like last year, game day, when you look at ESPN, it'll be like, what's the cheapest ticket you can get in the door?
Right.
Last year, the year before, you can get in the door for
$15,
$18 on game day. Cheapest ticket in the building right now, $45.
Yes, and it's only going to go up. So, it's only going to get more expensive as the season goes on.
Yeah. So if you're looking to go to that game,
so on your way to the game,
there's a buzz happening.
Yeah, on your way to the game, go vote. On your way out, just leave about 20 minutes earlier and go vote.
Yeah. So I think, listen, this to me, this is the first real test of the season. I'm excited to see how they do. I think they're. I mean, I expect them to do well. I think they are a better team right now.
They're more talented. There's no.
And they also, I mean, the Heat are injured. This is not a full Heat roster.
And even with a full complement, they're savvy and they're vets, and they play a style they're going to make you play ugly. But the fact is, this team should be able, if they execute, can run by them. But like I said, as long as they keep the turnovers down, and I just feel like when you're winning like this, it's awfully easy to get loose. It's awfully easy to try the reverse around the back dribbles that Wemby likes to do. It's awfully easy to start doing that when you shouldn't, because you're good. We're winning. And every now and then you get put back in your place. And this is the kind of game that it happens to you.
The Spurs are 6.5-point favorites tonight at home.
And have never won their first 5 games to start a season.
That blew my mind.
It really is a strange number. But I think that there's 2 things in play here. One is, Pop's has always understood that this is a long season. And if you're kind of hurt now, we're going to let you rest a little bit longer so you're not kind of hurt later.
Yeah.
There's that. And then over the last couple of years, the Spurs have been that team I talked about. That they just went out and played basketball and weren't worrying about implementing this offense that was going to get them a couple of playoff wins. They're just trying to win this game tonight. And that lends itself to a lot of early wins.
Yeah. Well, this is I think history gets made tonight if that's the case.
I think so. We're getting into the we flipped heads 5 times, and at some point you're going to get tails. That's just the league. And
yeah, but I don't think they played any coin. I think
you're right.
I think they played one coin flip game so far,
and they took care of New Orleans.
That Pelicans game.
I think they took their soul a little bit. I think it scared the fool out of them.
It might have, but I think it could have gone either way. It went their way. Every other game, there's not been a question of who should have won.
But I just know this is a team full of kids, and eventually they just play like kids. Eventually,
I will say for you, it's turnovers, and I'm concerned about turnovers too. I think free throw shooting long term might be an issue with this team. And especially if Castle is going to become the player that we both, I think, hope he is, like that drive to the basket.
He has to be that.
You've got to be a better free throw shooter than you are, bro. It's unacceptable right now because I expect him to be at the line a lot.
Well, you start having to sit and watch guys play with a minute to go. You'll work on it.
All right, halfway there on a Thursday, Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
It's football season, and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999, plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
No, it's not too soon to start holiday shopping. Ulta Beauty's early Black Friday event is happening now through November 22nd. Shop $10 beauty minis from brands like MAC and Too Faced. Take 30% off Lancome and Touchland fragrances and body mists. With new offers dropping every week, our associates can help you find the perfect gifts. Head into Ulta Beauty today to shop our early Black Friday event. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656-PURE Connecticut.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
We have an accident blocking two left lanes. This is going to be I-10. It's westbound right before you get to Probant. 39-minute delay. Stop and go traffic back from Martin Luther King. We do have an accident blocking two left lanes. Loop 1604 westbound at Northwest Military Highway. Stop and go traffic back from Bitters. About an 8-minute delay right there. And also a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder. This is going to be I-10 eastbound at W.W. White. Okay. I'm Alan Craig. KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to get off to their very first 5-0 start to the season in franchise history as Wemby and the Spurs take the court tonight against the Miami Heat. Tip-off at the Frost is set for 7:30. In the NFL, Thursday Night Football is on San Antonio Sports Star as the Baltimore Ravens will take on the Miami Dolphins. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is returning from a hamstring strain and is expected to play tonight for the first time since September the 28th. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in. Saw the ratings for the World Series.
Better than I thought they'd be late at night.
I've been that's kind of surprised. Okay.
I think a lot of us fell asleep with it on. So it just never went off.
Yeah. We just woke up with the TV on.
So the numbers were outstanding.
Now that explains everything. Yeah, this is I didn't expect it to be like a nationally anticipated World Series. Although, I mean, listen.
It's a national brand.
The Dodgers are a national brand. And then you got to consider that, you know, a whole country is behind a team.
And even my 85-year-old dad's like, this Ohtani guy. So I think there's the Ohtani pull as well.
I just read a story, and it's kind of what we just talked about with the LSU job. The headline is, LSU was the coaching carousel's best job. Then Governor Jeff Landry grabbed the microphone.
Just what we've been saying. Who on earth of any merit's going to go and say, who's my boss? Which one of you guys is going to fire me eventually? Or either one of you you're going to be out of office and you're going to be fired. So the guy that's going to fire me isn't even here yet.
Yeah.
No, I ain't doing this.
Now, there's been a lot of wild SEC coach hiring stories. The Gene Chizik getting booed at the airport, and Bobby Petrino, and
about Hugh Freeze, and there's good stories.
But this is what a weird thing to have a. By the way, he was his what do they call it? A lectern, or whatever it is. It said protecting the most vulnerable.
The LSU Tiger football fandom.
Well, I assume he's supposed to be giving a speech about protecting the vulnerable. He's talking about
the defense is kind of vulnerable. Just say it.
But yeah, the idea that this job was looked at as so good, and it says LSU's leadership is so badly misaligned that the Landry news conference clip was probably ricocheting around group chats in every football building in America on Wednesday. And again, Jimmy Sexton, who's going to be negotiating for Lane Kiffin about who also he represents almost half of the coaches in the SEC. And so what do you think the governor did? Here's what y'all reporters need to do. Y'all need to start looking at who represents these people, like these agents. You know what's interesting? If I'm not mistaken, Kelly's agent, Fisher's agent, they all have the same agent.
Hey, Governor, while we're doing this, can I check your donor list? Hey, Governor, while you're throwing those names out and getting mad at the agent that represents them all, can I see the list of your primary let's say your top 20 donors? Will you show that to me? So if we're going to talk about allegiance and being honest with the people, let's hear from you too.
They're basically saying we're not. I think what he's saying is whoever is the next coach at LSU is not going to have a big buyout clause.
Well, that's what he says.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody says that until they get in the room and realize there's no way in hell I can get anybody without a buyout clause. You just fired a dude that had $58 million, and that wasn't enough for you to not fire him?
That's crazy, man.
So, and you're and you are who again?
What was his buyout? 54?
54, yeah. Wow.
So
just 54.
And you're not the AD. The agent is negotiating with a go-between between the governor and who? Not the AD. You're going to offer me, you think the buyout for Jimbo was big. Shoot.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get some guy right out. Who's the head coach that Arch had in New Orleans, the high school coach? Go get that guy. Evangeline Christian. That's all you're going to get.
I don't know. I think the shine might be off. Shine might be off the Arch Manning tree. There's a guy named Chip Patterson did what does the most chaotic, semi-realistic version of this year's coaching carousel look like? How the dominoes would fall.
If Franklin landed at LSU, it would be a good beginning.
Here's a couple of wild ones. Domino 1, UCLA hires James Franklin.
That would be another good landing. I'd take either one of those would be an outstanding start.
Penn State hires Mike Elko.
Yeah, that would probably fit if you wanted crazy.
Texas A&M hires Lincoln Riley. USC hires Jed Fish. Washington hires Ryan Grubb.
Oh, man, that's 5 upset teams. Nobody's happy. Nobody.
Domino 2. Florida hires Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss hires John Sumrall. Tulane hires Hugh Freeze. Auburn hires Rhett Lashley. SMU hires Eric Morris.
This doesn't sound crazy. That could happen.
I mean,
that didn't sound crazy at all.
Virginia Tech hires Shane Beamer. South Carolina hires Brent Key. Georgia Tech then hires Brian Kelly. LSU hires Eli Drinkwitz. Missouri hires Scott Satterfield. Cincinnati hires Mike Denbrock.
I don't see Kelly landing any place anytime soon. That's the only problem with that one.
Yeah, I don't. I have a hard time with that as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, going back to Domino 1, I have a hard time imagining Penn State hiring Mike Elko.
Yeah. I mean, all of those. But that's not feasible. But those other ones I do think are feasible.
If they did, I have a hard time picturing Lincoln Riley being a College Station guy.
No, yeah, he's not a guy that we've gone offensive before with Sumlin and Kingsbury, and it's a good start.
Yeah.
It starts nice. It doesn't end well.
There's a reason why Lincoln Riley was real quick to get out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He lacks a little more glitz than they offer in College Station, Texas.
Little slow on the uptake, but we can offer you the same perks Petrino had at Arkansas.
But yeah, there are some. Now I do think. I mean, Eli Drinkwitz is.
He'd be crazy. It's a great job, and he'd be good at it. But he'd be crazy to go take the job from the governor's go-between.
I think so too. I think this seriously lowers the ceiling of what LSU can hire now, and they've all got the governor to thank.
We're going to offer you a series of one-year deals. Are you crazy? All right, next.
Marco says he didn't even go to LSU. Listen, the governor of the state, their loyalty, it's very fluid. I've seen proud Texas Aggie Rick Perry standing on the table in the press box at Texas OU with horns up.
Jeez.
So it's very fluid when you're a politician. Very, very fluid. So you don't have to be an alum at all.
Rick.
You're ashamed of him.
Go back to your ranch.
You're ashamed of him. Imagine Nick Saban's buyout. Yeah, you think Nick Saban's going to show up at that job and be like, I'll work on, I'll just trust you.
He's more powerful than the governor. I'll tell you how I'm going to work. I'll tell you how much I'm going to get paid. And I want your house.
Nick Saban could come up. Nick Saban could say, I'll coach at LSU the minute y'all vote this guy out.
And I'll be governor and head coach.
There would be a special hearing in Louisiana tonight saying we need to impeach the governor.
I want the job and your house. That is my offer.
I want the governor's mansion. Nick Saban said. What's his wife's name?
Miss.
Whatever. She wants that house.
So she can decorate that house nice. You be out by midnight.
Jeez. And the state of Louisiana would say, okay.
All right, but the movers are showing up at 10.
Yeah, but I do think this seriously hinders them, and it Florida and Penn State are going to be looked at as superior jobs now. I think without doubt,
far and away.
And it is because this politician opened his mouth.
Can you imagine the exodus of players? If I'm a college team right now, I got my scouts planted in Baton Rouge right now.
Oh my goodness!
The amount of talent that's going to be exported out of that town over the next 6 months. Oh boy, there's a title to be had there.
Yeah. I bet Lane Kiffin brings some of it to Florida with him.
What's his name? Cody from Tech? A bunch of these Louisiana boys going to be living in Lubbock next year with a nice paycheck.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right about that. Or, hell, some of them might be living in College Station or Austin.
You're crazy if you're not there. I'm not kidding. The amount of talent that's going to exit the Louisiana vicinity, it's nuts.
It is unbelievable what's happened to that place over the last couple of years. It felt it is funny, though. Because maybe there's not a place like a can't lose place. Maybe there is not a can't fail job.
No, there's no such thing.
I guess maybe Ohio State's the closest to it.
But
even they you lose to Michigan and you're on the hot seat.
Truth. I think what we are getting to is we're getting into the realm of I just got to get in the conference. If I can get in the conference, that's enough to kind of get me the money because there's not a secure job anymore. And I don't know of anybody out there that could say, other than Sark, I could lose the next 10 games and be safe. There's nobody.
If you go back, like when I started in radio in 2004, and I think back like my first 5 years of radio, the best head coaching jobs in the country, bar none, belonged to Pete Carroll at Ohio at USC, Mac Brown at Texas, Jim Tressel at Ohio State, and Urban Meyer at Florida. And 3 of those jobs, Florida, USC, and Texas, are, I don't want to say they're not bad jobs, but they're jobs that have gone through significant failures and missteps, and like those are if you had told me there was a world where Florida, Texas, and USC could all like miss a bowl game in the next 10 years, I would have said you're crazy.
Well,
you can't lose at those places.
Just them. The NFL, the college football world changed underneath them. There was
But they were all
sudden-
dying on the vine before
Well,
that
they had
happened.
coaches, but coaches do make college football cyclical. But now, if you can get into the Big Ten, you get into the SEC, that's the best security you can get because it's getting in there. Once you're in there, you become a retread. You can find jobs all around a conference once you're in.
Ask you freeze, yeah. But but the other thing about getting into the SEC is the minute you get the job, you're on the hot seat.
Oh, there's no doubt. But you know, once I'm fired, and if I just do a adequate job and keep kids out of jail, and I win at least half my games, I'll get hired within the next 3 years in this conference because I know everybody else seats just as hot as mine.
Yeah.
So if I get in the gig, I'm pretty safe, unless of course I'm working for a governor. And then that's an entirely different box of worms.
It's just wild that there's none of those jobs anymore where you feel like no matter who the coach is, no matter the year, no matter the situation, you feel like, oh, that's an 11-win program, 10-win program. They just don't exist anymore.
James Franklin still wonder what the hell happened to him. 15 days. 15 days from being number 2 in the country to getting fired. 15
it can happen
days.
that fast. And it can go the other way, too, because now look at Kalen DeBoer. Everyone's kissing his ass. They wanted him gone after week 1.
Well, he'd earned it, though. He'd earned it. I mean, he got that. But again,
every
just
game
like
you
last
lose, they're
year,
like, oh, he's gone.
He fought his way out, and he'll get back again because there's that little bit of doubt until he wins a title that he ain't the guy.
This is it's pretty unbelievable the way. And LSU's another one of those jobs where you would have thought it's pretty hard to screw that up.
Well, on the good side,
it's pretty hard to make LSU look like a not great job.
No, it's hard to do that. But on the other side, Indiana's proof that it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit of fire and a little bit of money, and you can turn a program on a dime. Literally go from nothing to something in 2 years if you do it right. So if LSU does it right, they ain't going to miss a beat because it's still LSU. It's even easier to do that than it would be at Indiana. But the fact remains, the guy that took that job, the guys that turned programs around get complete autonomy. They get in there, and they are there to do something, and they get everybody out of the way. You show up at LSU, you got to report to the governor. You got to report to the go-between. You got to report to – it ain't going to be your program. Everybody's going to be a part of the program. You can't win like that. It's you. And I love the way Elko has talked about it with A&M, with us. Look, man, I'm the CEO of this thing. It's all comes down to me. I pick the uniforms. I pick the blackout, what we're wearing. That because it matters. That it starts at the top, and if you don't know who your leader is, you got no leader.
The rumors are that LSU, the buyout was negotiated down to about half, down to $27 million. That was done through the violation of morality clauses in his contract, which
that's a lawyer did want. Let's take the money and run.
Yeah, and if you say, oh, well, we can give you $27 million, you can leave quietly, or 54 and we can fight. I mean, I don't know. And then there's also, the rumors are that there is one major private donor that is basically paying the entire buyout. A lot of people think it's the guy that owns Raising Cane's.
Oh, One Love.
But it's funny that just like Adidas said, I got this.
Money isn't the issue. So many people see that dollar figure. That's one alumni. One guy said, I got you. Let's fix this. Money is no longer. Once the A&M did it, everybody's like, well, if they'll do it, I'm not embarrassed.
But it's also like Adidas, obviously, at Penn State, they've got a lot of power there for good reason because they are. I mean, that's a big partnership. But now you're letting a guy who runs a chicken restaurant have, like, you don't get $27 million. You don't give $27 million with nothing in return. That's like you're now giving a lot of power to a chicken restaurant owner.
Yeah, absolutely, you are. And you'll be grateful for it. There's an oil billionaire with a parking spot closest to the door at Tech.
Yeah.
You know who hired John Calipari?
Yeah,
I get it. Arkansas.
It's a chicken
Tyson.
man.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And boy, chickeners running the SEC.
Tell you what, when the dollar value gets high, when the grocery prices are high, a lot of chicken getting sold. The fact of the matter is, there's enough money, AJ. A&M proved it. There's enough money. If you're mad and you got enough alumni mad enough, one dude covered LSU's tab. One dude. So I got you. We got to fix this.
Well, let's take a look while we're talking college football. Let's take a look at the games coming up this weekend. We'll do that coming up next. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I love the month of October at Twin Peaks because we get that sports perfect storm. No matter your favorite sport, whether it's hockey or baseball, you got football going on, you got college basketball, you got pro basketball, and you got hundreds of screens at every Twin Peaks to go catch exactly what you want. And then you combine it with the events that go along at Twin Peaks, like how about all the Halloween stuff that are starting tonight? Oh, my goodness. You combine the fun of Twin Peaks, the great food, and then the costumes, and we know what that means. But above and beyond that, this weekend, as you're heading out to watch your favorite team, well, no matter the sport, no matter the time of day, you know you can head into Twin Peaks and get yourself a man cave, all situated to watch your team. And you know a man cave's got the things you need, like the perfectly made drink, the perfectly poured beer. And you know both those are going to happen. And then you deal with the seasonal specialties coming out of the kitchen, scratch-made and delicious. And then you put that with the late-night hors d'oeuvres, all the deals that you have in the evening. And it's dessert month at Twin Peaks. So what are you waiting on? 4 locations around San Antonio, 151 and 410, De Zavala and I-10 and Loopland right there at the Park North. And the newest and prettiest location, well, that's what they say over there right next to IKEA. I'll tell you, the eats are spectacular, the drinks are icy cold, but I'll tell you why I go. It's always the same reason, those scenic views.
1, 2, 3, come on! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Arizona Cardinals for Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they're paying for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up and the cost of healthcare, MediShare has a special offer, and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Just apply by October 31st, and they'll waive your new member fee. You're saving $100 right off the bat. That's just the start. Obviously, the typical family saves up to $500 a month after making the switch. And MediShare is a Christian community that's shared more than $9 billion in medical bills over the years. It's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second. If you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings too. Here it is. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PIPE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and and use promo code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I just saw a picture. The steak they're trying to serve up at Dodger Stadium for $150.
A steak? Hold on, let me see.
It looks like a shoe.
It looks like a steak you'd get from a Dodger Stadium concession stand.
Oh,
How much?
$150 for a tomahawk steak. It looks like it comes with some chimichurri sauce, some roasted potatoes, and some sort of white sauce. I don't know what that is.
Man, how'd you like to be sitting next to some clown that gets a tomahawk steak delivered to him that's sitting right beside you with that big-ass platter?
Well, that ain't a $150 steak, I can tell you that. It might have been before you cooked it. But
if you had the need at a baseball game, don't go to the game.
Yeah,
if that's going on.
It's about hot dogs and beer.
Now, if it was like the second week in June, sit down and enjoy yourself. Sit down eating a steak at a World Series game.
That's odd. But hey, I shouldn't be surprised. It is L.A.
It is L.A.
It is L.A. All right. I did want to talk about the games coming up, but a couple other notes on the coaching carousel. Where are we up to? How many jobs now are there? I want to say there's 12 available jobs in FBS at this point, which is
that's a crazy number for this time of the year.
It really is, and nobody's hiring, mid-year.
Well, everybody wants to be first in line.
But I'll say this: I've seen it now in like 4 or 5 different places that Penn State is showing real interest in Mike Elko. And I didn't really consider like his roots are up there. I don't know if Penn State's a step up. Like it would have to be like
it's not. It's different. And we heard from the coach himself. He just got paid. He's going to get a raise out of this. I promise you.
I think so.
They've already talked money with him. And his Mrs. Coach Elko has no desire to leave. And, I mean, it could happen. You can money whip anything. But I don't think that they need to money whip. I don't think – and while Elko's a hell of a choice, I mean, we're only about – he's not a done product yet. This thing hasn't completely finished. He's just the hottest dude on a good list. And I think he keeps your alumni happy. But that's not – I think the guy they're going to hire, much like Elko, is currently has a job and will interview very quietly, and then it'll just happen. Like DeBoer when he landed Alabama, he was mentioned. He had a job. We knew it was out there, and then here it was. So I don't think it's anybody out there that's unemployed. I don't think it's anybody that's going to get that job. Somebody that's currently working.
You know why I don't think Elko will get the Penn State job or leave.
Yeah, I don't think he's looking for it. But
I think A&M is going to be a top 4 seed, which means they're going to be playing well into the hiring cycle,
and you'd have to wait.
Teams can't wait that long.
There's all of that, yeah, absolutely.
Because if he ends up not coming, then you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be that. So I think like they're looking for if Penn State really does want to hire Mike Elko, and it apparently seems that there is great interest on their half. Their hope is that A&M gets knocked out in the first round of the playoff and he becomes available.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that job will be open through the playoffs. I think once the regular season's done, that they'll fill that gig. The playoff coaches are probably going to be fairly safe, and to get them at that point, the dollar values will double because every coach that makes the playoff, if they haven't just gotten a raise, is about to. So then you're going to add on, and at that point, the money is no longer the whipping point. It's something else, and you're already at a winning program. So I think that the guys that these teams are going to hire, other than, I think Florida might be a little bit different now because I think that the chase for Lane Kiffin might get outrageous.
I think so, too.
I think Kiffin's going to come out of this the highest paid coach in college football for sure, maybe in all of football.
Because Lane Kiffin, even if it's going to be real hard for Ole Miss to keep him at this point.
Yeah.
But even if Lane Kiffin heard that governor's his press conference, he has no interest in LSU, he's at least going to be able to play that there is interest in LSU.
Yeah, everybody's getting a raise here. So no matter what the coaches are currently getting paid that you're talking to, you got to figure that their alumni that got a vested interest in them staying.
Yeah, and also you have to wonder, like, who actually is going to make that hire in Louisiana? Like, who's is it? The chicken man? Is it the governor? I don't know. We talked about, like, maybe a guy who would be interested in taking the LSU job, and maybe it's a guy who is already paid handsomely by someone else to go away, like a James Franklin or a Jimbo Fisher for that matter. Like
it's possible. If we're going to go that route, I think the more likely candidate there, if we're talking about money isn't the object, it's rehabbing and reapplying what we knew at some point or thought was greatness. I think John Gruden would be a more likely candidate in that kind of situation where he would be the type that might take less money just to get himself back in the game and to prove yet again that he is that kind of coach. He might do it for less than have a series of metric kind of contracts, but I can't even imagine that. I mean, you walk in with your hands tied behind your back in negotiations when you're saying, well, first of all, it's not going to be long-term and there'll be no buyout and we're going to judge you according to record as to how you get paid. What? Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. It does. James Franklin does feel like a UCLA guy.
He doesn't feel Southern enough, and I don't think LSU is going to go any further. They're just not going to hire anybody from the North.
You know who I think the target for LSU should be, and it might be hard to money whip because there may be a bidding war with a team that's got more money than them. Bobby Petrino.
Oh yeah, I mean he certainly fits the lifestyle. I mean he fits the attitude of LSU. But I think that as soon as that job came open, everybody that had their eyes on a coach, they already are talking to him. That sped the negotiations for other dudes. I'm not going to let LSU make you an offer. You know what I mean? I'm going to get you sealed and ready to go. And if Arkansas truly wants Petrino, that deal's just about done.
The other thing to think about, and we don't mention these guys, but when you think about Ryan Day, Dan Lanning, Kirby Smart, Clark Lee, all of these guys are at their first head coaching job because they all had massive success as a coordinator somewhere. Brent Key at Georgia Tech. There's a lot of these guys. Their first head coaching job is because they killed it as a coordinator at a big program. We don't really talk about those guys, but like Colin Klein is a guy who people will certainly
that's
be
more like. He will not be the offensive coordinator at A&M next year. He's going to get either a massive raise to do it someplace else or be calling the shots. He'll be the head coach. He'll be gone.
Brian Hartline's been running the offense at Ohio State.
He's done too.
He's going to get a good job. Mm-hmm. So Georgia's what's his name? The defensive coordinator at Georgia, Glenn Schumann. He's going to get a job somewhere. Like, so those are also names that.
And those are the kind of guys that will take the kind of job that they're offering at LSU. It's going to take a coordinator that I'll take the shot, and if it doesn't work out, I'm still known as a great coordinator.
And Indiana, who people were coming after both their coordinators last year, and they both stayed. Well, guess what? Those names are even hotter this year.
Google them, because I don't know.
One of them is Mike Shanahan. I know that.
I'm kidding, but yeah, that's why I think those jobs are going to be filled by guys that are currently employed that we're not even talking about.
Well, the games this weekend, there are plenty of them that still have impact on this season, including one in Austin, Texas. The early kick. Kegs and Eggs up in Austin.
It's going to be a long day in Austin, man.
Texas, a 2.5-point favorite, hosting Vanderbilt. Arch Manning apparently was a full participant in practice. Kind of a surprise?
Yeah, it is. Very much a surprise. In the fact that we know I'd have held him back no matter what,
I mean, I'll say this. The first thing they did when they took him out of the game was let that quarterback have a chance to win it, which I was I thought was a big balls play. But I also don't know that they would have done that with Arch. I don't know that they would have made that throw with Arch. It would have been
a different play call, I guarantee you that.
Yep.
And that won't be the worst-case scenario. Get him back in the game. Again, we have to remember not the Texas team we've seen, but the Texas team's record. And the record ain't bad.
Claymore says Gruden ain't trying to deal with recruiting.
Oh.
And then Gruden wouldn't have to recruit. They'd come to him. And then DVS says this generation doesn't know who Gruden is. You know what speaks a lot? Big shiny Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, the guys that are hiring him are, and we know that he is the sleeping giant of the of football coaches in the United States. A guy that we know can do it and is not doing it for reasons other than wins.
Yeah, and I don't think John Gruden would love to deal with recruiting either, but if it gets him back in the business.
And this is a different game now. You can money whip. You don't have to impress mama. You can just write a check.
Yeah. And Claymore says these kids weren't born when his Tampa Bay success was relevant. Yet for some reason, Dion is the best recruiter in the world. Why? Who had more recent success? Claymore, Dion, or John Gruden?
You know, Herm Edwards, while his job, and he didn't do a good job at Arizona State, he did recruit well. He did bring Jaden Daniels into the house. So those names do still matter, and while the kids might not know, their daddies do.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Penn State's at Ohio State. Oh, God, this might be a bloodletting.
Man, don't you wish that there was just one last gasp in the Penn State Nittany Lion? Just if you could just pull this off.
Penn State 0-4.
Yeah.
In Big Ten play. It would be nice if they could reach up and trip somebody.
Just make it fun. You
it's
don't
just
have
hard
to
for me
beat
to
them.
imagine.
Just show me that little bit of something left in the Nittany Lion bag is still that team that we thought, if not now, when? I know your coach is gone and your quarterback's on crutches, but, one more time.
Hard for me to imagine.
No, that's going to be a whooping.
Miami's at SMU. Miami an 11.5-point road favorite. That might be a tricky spot for Miami.
Have they ever played there?
I don't know. I would guess probably not.
Yeah, that's a small stadium for Miami to come in and play.
West Virginia's at Houston. Houston in the top 25, 7-1. 13.5-point favorites are the Cougs. Yeah. Louisville's at Virginia Tech. Louisville almost on an 11-point road favorite.
That's a big number.
That is a huge number.
They're not a pushover.
Indiana's at Maryland. Indiana's a 21.5-point favorite. They may just name their number.
But I guarantee you they're going to get at least 22.
Georgia's at Florida. Well, I say at Florida. That's the Jacksonville game. It's the cocktail party. Georgia a 7.5-point favorite on a neutral. That might be a big number in this matchup. These two teams, I always play each other pretty close.
That wide receiver for Florida, if they could just get him the ball, he can really play. He could be a difference maker, but that's a big ask.
Vernell Brown. It's not Victor Brown. Vernell Brown.
Vernell Brown.
Yep. Notre Dame's at Boston College. I don't think I wish Notre Dame would get tripped up again. They're 28.5-point favorites at Boston College.
What about him to LSU? What about him to LSU?
I don't think he'd do it. I'd rather be at Notre Dame than LSU.
Oh, absolutely. Right now.
If Marcus Freeman, you just saw what happened. Brian Kelly packed up on his own accord and left for that job, and look what happened to him.
Different, but you're right. I think Freeman needs to be mentioned more. That he's
a better coach than I thought he was.
Yeah, and the Notre Dame gig is not the be-all, end-all that it used to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. Texas Tech is at Kansas State. Tech minus 7.5 on the road. Virginia's at, oh my gosh. I think I'm going to have to bet Cal this week. Virginia minus 4.5 at Cal.
It's not crazy for two reasons, the time zone, and Cal's kind of low-key.
And Virginia is a walking trash can phony fraudster.
And Cal's got a little bit of offense, and they've beaten a couple of teams. That's not a crazy bet.
They almost lost to freaking North Carolina. They are very beatable. South Carolina at Ole Miss. Does Ole Miss get distracted with all this nonsense?
Well, South Carolina played their best game of the year last year. They lost last week. They lost, but they hung with Alabama. They did.
Usually that means there's a letdown coming.
What I'm getting at is that quarterback is capable of winning a football game. Just roll him out with the quarterback for South Carolina. He could do it by himself. I've seen him do it before. I don't think he'll do it this weekend, but there's some there's some merit to the thought that South Carolina might give them a better game.
And you know what, man? I got to give credit where it's due. Ole Miss impressed me last week. I didn't think they were going to – I thought they were going to have a hard time moving the ball against Oklahoma. And they went in there and they did what they wanted to that defense. That defense had shut everyone down.
But you have to be honest. As good a story as it's been with quarterback, what's his name, Tillman, whatever? Chambliss. There's still something nagging about him. There's still something. I watch him and I go, he has been the best thing about Ole Miss's offense. But when they lose, I get the sense he'll be the reason. If they lose, it'll be because a couple of turnovers, a misplaced interception.
He's thrown one pick
all
year.
I'm just telling you that when I watch them play, I go, this team is everything, but you keep telling me this quarterback is great, and he plays really good, but I think he's so much a product of Lane Kiffin going, I don't care, wing it.
I don't know. He doesn't turn it over, and he doesn't take sacks. He plays really clean.
He's Marcel Light is what he is, and I just look at him kind of like I looked at Marcel last year. Like, I know you're capable. I saw the LSU game, but I also know what you can do following that.
Purdue's at Michigan, Georgia Tech, 8-0 Georgia Tech at North Carolina State. Is that a spot where Georgia Tech could finally slip up?
I don't think so because of the way that Georgia Tech plays. I don't think you can get too far away from them.
Oklahoma is at Tennessee, not Oklahoma State. Regular Oklahoma, full-leaded Oklahoma at Tennessee. Tennessee a 3.5-point favorite up on Rocky Top.
I feel bad that OU's getting whooped around. They're going to get whooped around again.
Man, it started so well for them, and it's just
they're going to get smoked around this weekend up in Knoxville.
Although it's funny to say, like, we're talking about Oklahoma getting whooped around. They're 6-2.
I know.
Like, Texas has 2 losses, and it feels like they've lost 8 games. Like, it's funny for some of these teams, you lose 2 games and it feels like the sky is falling.
Truly. But the thing about Texas is they're still Texas. OU, once Mateer got hurt, they're just not that he is not the same cat. I mean, it's not the same dude.
USC's at Nebraska. It's corn.
That's gonna be a good football game.
That should be a good game, man. And it's not as onerous a travel spot as some of these other Big Ten games for
Weather
USC.
Could play a little role in this for the first time this year. So no, I'm looking forward to the game.
And then Cincinnati is at Utah in what is now going to end up being a pretty big game in Big 12 play. Cincinnati 5-0 in Big 12 play. Hitting the road in Utah, not an easy place to go get a win.
Utah's believing again. Although, did they bench somebody? They had a little change of activity. I thought I read.
I don't know, but
anyway,
I know
they're getting healthy again.
But Utah a 10.5-point favorite over Cincinnati.
Tells you something about a home field.
All right, let's. We'll be right back. We'll wrap up the third hour of the show. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Arasti providers around San Antonio do one thing really, really well. And that's getting you out of pain. And the reason they've been so successful is their methods. It's not the kind of treatment that you would get normally at a general practitioner. They've got other things to deal with. You go to a general doctor, normally it's take a couple aspirin. If it still bothers you in a couple weeks, come back and see me. When you go see an Arasti provider, they know that you've come for a reason, to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. And the way they do it has nothing to do with the way general practitioners go about it. You get a full evaluation, you get a little bit of physical therapy work in there. They find out what's hurting you, and they fix it. And before you know it, you're back in the game. And it's so much quicker than anything I'd ever done. So if you woke up this morning with something that's literally keeping you out of your life, if you can't go do something, you need to get it fixed. You can get it fixed quicker than you would imagine at Arasti. I want you to write this number down because you don't need a referral. You can go see them today. The number is 1-800-404-6050. The website is arasti.com. Go there. There's a list of all the providers on a map. You can see where the closest one is. I'll say it again. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Arasti will get you taken care of. They accept most insurances, and you can see them today. Call them now, and you can thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have an accident blocking 2 left lanes. This is going to be I-10 westbound right before Probant, causing a 38-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from Houston Street. We do have an accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be I-35 on the frontage road southbound right after North Weidner Road. And then finally, we have an accident blocking 2 left lanes. Loop 1604 westbound at Northwest Military Highway. It's about a 10-minute delay. Stop and go back from Bitters Road. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
It's Breeders' Cup Weekend at Retama Park, Friday, October 31st and Saturday, November 1st. Admission is free on Friday and just $5 on Saturday, with gates opening on Friday at 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 10 a.m. Enjoy open concessions, great food, and non-stop racing excitement. Reserve your seat now for Saturday. That's Breeders' Cup Weekend, October 31st and November 1st at Retama Park off 35 South in Selma. Victory starts here at Retama Park Racetrack. Must be 21 or older to wager. How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Pre-K, good morning.
Yo, what's cracking?
Would you take a picture of your closet someday?
Was it like that MTV show? What was that? Cribs?
Messy Cribs?
Yeah, this is not quite the same as that.
What up, Mom? Who's that
Mama.
with you? Oh, you brought another one home last night. Hey, Stan. Or whatever your name is.
Nah, you ain't gonna do my mama like that.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, a big lineup, and it all starts with the former head coach of the Texas Longhorns, Mack Brown.
He joins us at 2:35. We'll get the latest from the Cowboys with Stephen Jones at 4:35.
Can't wait. And can the Spurs go 5-0? They're taking on the Miami Heat.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I've been told about you.
Nice cowbell.
Should have really explored the space. You gonna put on a costume tomorrow?
No, I don't wear costumes. I'm
gonna
actually
come
gonna
as the
dress the singer
cowbell
of this
guy.
band. Now y'all messing with a son of a bitch. Now y'all messing with a son of a bitch. Don't mess with a son of a bitch, Rob. Now y'all messing with a son of a bitch.
So we have this idea for a song there, boss.
What a great song, though.
Oh,
although
we're going to push the boundaries.
That's when it was like, all right, being a son of a bitch is a good thing now.
Well, if it was a good thing, you were a some bitch.
Some bitch.
Some bitch. That old son bitch, he's a good old boy. That son bitch. That's a good old boy over there, that son bitch.
Someone on my Twitter account said, are any of these jobs really appealing?
Yes.
Said, I mean, Penn State, since Franklin had one very good season and milked them for 12 years, but all these jobs feel like 3 years and you're out situation. And
yes,
listen, any great job is you got 3 years, and if you don't win, you're out.
What do you quantify as a good job? And I do think that's worthy of discussion. Do you want ready pipeline? Do you want ready money? Do you want longevity? Do you want atmosphere? Do you want to be fully involved? Do you want to be allowed to be a CEO? I mean, there are so many things that there's reasons why coaches leave jobs, even though they're getting paid in a great place. Maybe that one thing they want, they don't have there, and somebody else is willing to give it to them. And I'm willing to sacrifice, safety for happiness. So that's why these guys will get up and leave to what appears to be a lesser job. But maybe what's important to them is I don't have to be the closer on all these recruiting deals. I get all of, maybe that's what they're chasing. Maybe it's I don't have to do, or I get to do some things that I don't have where I am. And that's why I'm always shocked. Like, how the hell did Brian Kelly in the first place land at LSU? What the hell was he looking for? In hindsight, he was thinking, well, I have better access to talent. My problem has always been Notre Dame's too hard to get into, and I can't get athletes. Well, he got the pipeline, but he lost everything else.
Yeah. It was a bad fit from the beginning. And, I mean, you've said before, the Peter principle, you reach a point where –
and you have to. That's where success is found. People get left by the wayside. You got to find how far people can go and see what they're capable of. So the Peter principle sounds awful, but it's a necessary part of evolution. You go as far as you can and find out, well, what you were doing ain't enough.
Well,
it ain't right.
Man, I won at Grand Valley State. I won at Central Michigan. I won at Cincinnati. I won at Notre Dame.
Why shouldn't I?
One more step. Sometimes one more step's too far. That's all it is.
And most of the time, 90% of the time, the Peter principle is correct.
Yeah.
The cream rises to the top because it's the cream, and we got to find out where it is. So it sounds awful to be a victim of the Peter principle, but there's nothing wrong with being an absolute success at Grand Valley State for 30 years. Coaches look at you and walk over across the room and shake your hand. How'd you do it? How'd you stay in one place for 30 years?
But also, even great coaches hit a wall, and the guys who are masters of this don't last forever.
That's also different is not better. It's just different.
You don't always get not everybody's Nick Saban and get to choose when they're going to leave.
Right.
I think Mac Brown's a great example. Mac Brown was, you could argue the most successful coach
in two franchises, two college programs,
and gets fired from both of them.
So
it's. You can put on a great show. Sigmund and Roy put on a great show for a long time, and then one day the tiger freaking eats you.
It's over.
That's what football is. The football is the freaking tiger that eats you.
And for LSU to go, and guess what? Now we don't even give you a whip.
Yeah.
You're not even – the tiger is three different dudes. It's not just one tiger. It's the AD, it's the governor, and the governor's go-between. Now you have to please.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. No, I think these jobs are still great jobs. It's just that's what college football coaching is now. Even great jobs come with a lot of risk and a lot of chance to have egg on your face. And quite frankly,
you get paid to do it.
Quite frankly, the best jobs have it's the most risk. That's what it is, because Brian Kelly, what Brian Kelly did at LSU at 90% of schools in the country would be looked at as a roaring success.
Who's the head coach at Wisconsin? What's his name?
Luke Fickell.
Fickell did everything right but beat Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he win everything,
Yeah.
but he just couldn't beat Michigan, and now he's coaching at Wisconsin.
Yeah. It's and not coaching well there.
Yeah,
Like,
but,
it's
I mean, you
ruined.
look at his days at Ohio State. He won a lot of football games that got fired because one team he couldn't beat.
But think of Brian Kelly. Was he in 4 years at LSU? 10-4, 10-3, 9-4, and then 5-3 fired. So, dude, you know how many coaches? If I told you were going to average 9.5 wins per season, you know how many coaches would pay millions and millions for that? And at LSU, it gets you canned. And not
also,
only canned, but it's like the governor comes out and shames you.
And the next guy doesn't even get the protection of the buyout. You don't even get that.
Yeah. This is that's the reality of it. If you want to play with the big boys, you get big boy prizes, and when you fail, boy, it's public and it's embarrassing.
You get to go on TV and talk about it. Sit on the booth and travel for
James
game day.
Franklin. James Franklin, like, oh, look at me.
And look at me. I get paid and I'm on TV.
And I get to sit down all
And all these schools all over the country need to hire me.
Getting to sit down. How about that?
Isn't it Franklin that has to be looking for a job?
Yeah, he's got to try really, really hard. You promise, right? You promise.
You have to keep looking or we're not going to
Do
give
your
you all
best.
that money.
It's like, I called Home Depot.
There's nothing there.
Lumber industry's tough. You know?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
I'm trying my best, man. Trying my best.
I'll be on game day next week.
All right, we've got 1 hour to go. Let's make it hard. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Guys, we've reached that sports equinox where we've got football and basketball going, hockey, everything's riding at once, baseball tomorrow night. And Underdog, you can play it all, man. You can make your picks win money right now, and it's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, whether it be passing yards, three-pointers made, whatever it is. You get those picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. We got a couple things going tonight. I'll tell you where I'm going to be. I'm going to be on Lamar Jackson, lower on his rushing yards. Guy's coming back from a hamstring. What do you think they're going to do? Just cut him loose on a short week? I don't think so, Bubba. I think they're going to play it safe. And, of course, the Spurs are back in action. And I might go – I've been riding Wemby. I might go with some Bam Adebayo higher tonight just because Bam's had some success against Wemby. Might have some tonight on points and rebounds for Bam. Either way, if you want to go against me, you can do that as well at Underdog. Download the app today. Sign up, promo code ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO, ALAMO, Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Joel, don't you just love Halloween?
It's okay, but I do like your troll costume.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Folks, if your home's AC starts making those witching sounds or the pipes in your wall start moaning and clanging like ghosts having a party, call Quarter Moon at 651-5899 and we'll send our team of highly trained
Ghostbusters!
I was gonna say technicians.
I ain't afraid of no clogs.
Quarter Moon Plumbing and AC, 651-5899. License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything you need. More than 135 degree and certificate programs, online and hybrid courses, dedicated success coaches, and more from a top military and veteran-trusted university for over 75 years. Classes start soon. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7. So you never miss a customer lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have an accident blocking 2 left lanes. This is going to be I-10 westbound right before Probant, causing a 38-minute delay. Stop-and-go traffic now back from Houston Street. We do have an accident blocking the left lane. This is going to be I-35 on the frontage road southbound right after North Weidner Road. And then finally, we have an accident blocking 2 left lanes. Loop 1604 westbound at Northwest Military Highway. It's about a 10-minute delay. Stop and go back from Bitters Road. I'm Alan Craig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are looking to get off to their very first 5-0 start to the season in franchise history as Wemby and the Spurs take the court tonight against the Miami Heat. Tip-off at the Frost is set for 7:30. In the NFL, Thursday Night Football is on San Antonio Sports Star as the Baltimore Ravens will take on the Miami Dolphins. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is returning from a hamstring strain and is expected to play tonight for the first time since September the 28th. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02, everybody. Good morning. Rob and AJ on a small Friday, more like Fry-yay. Am I right?
We got all our favorite
right?
sports to play.
We don't have we don't have any giveaways, huh?
Nothing.
I'll be damned.
We gave everything away already.
Well, I guess I'll just I'll tell people what we got going on here at the station. We are carrying the broadcast of Thursday Night Football tonight. You'll be able to hear that here on our station. You'll also hear tomorrow night the Quarter Moon Plumbing High School Football Game of the Week, energized by Hill Electric, the Reagan Rattlers, and the Clark Cougars. Pre-game at 7, kickoff 7:30 right here on 94.1. The hated Clark Cougars. Where's Reagan and Clark?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what Clark's football team is. They haven't been very good lately.
Okay.
I don't know what Reagan's doing, but I just, on past recent history, I'd probably pick Reagan.
Okay.
Knowing I don't expect much from
Okay. And then, of course, on Monday Night Football, presented by Flight by Yingling, Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner. You'll be able to hear them on the other station. But on our station, Brad Sham.
That's right.
Babe Laufenberg. And the Dallas Cowboys broadcast. That, of course, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam on 94.1. That's on the Big Boy station. But you'll be able to hear that on Monday night, the Cowboys-Cardinals game. Kind of weird going into a Sunday with no Cowboys game.
It makes for an interesting day. It makes for Cowboy fan, it's your chance to catch up on the rest of the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have much to do. Just put it on your red zone and find your Texans or whoever and kind of figure out what everybody else has been doing.
Well, there are plenty to choose from on Sunday. You've got Broncos-Texans. That's an early start. Oh, I say early, like not like a
it's not a Euro start.
It's not a Euro start. Yeah, just a regular noon start. Broncos-Texans. Bears-Bengals, which is going to be really interesting because the Bengals, I don't know who's going to play quarterback. The Bears, I don't know who's going to play secondary for the Bears. Their entire back end is on the IR, apparently. Vikings-Lions is an early one. That we'll see how J.J. McCarthy looks.
That's a turning point game for them.
I think so, too.
They're going to have to figure it out quick.
They've got to. Panthers and the Packers. Boy, there's a lot of love being given to these Green Bay Packers.
Should be. I've seen them play like 4 times this year, and 2 of the times I've seen them play, I've walked away thinking they could be a top 3 team in all of the NFL. Other times, no.
Who'd you see him run away
Remember
from?
the second game of the year, they smoked Detroit.
That was the first game of the year.
They just beat the doors off of them, and I thought, well, they're the best team.
That's the only one I've seen.
Well, then last week, I thought they looked pretty damn good. I mean,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, into enemy territory Pittsburgh on the road.
Did they look good enough? They should be 14-point favorites over the Panthers.
I'm not saying that. I'm
and
just
the Panthers are pretty good, I think.
They're good, yeah. But I think if they don't cover the 14, I don't think it's a reflection on Carolina. I think it's more of a hangover that was a tough roadie on a night like that. That was a good win. It wasn't. You didn't beat a championship team, but you beat a team at home that thoroughly believed they were going to beat you.
Yeah. Chargers, Titans, gross. Falcons, Patriots, maybe.
Patriots going to stomp them.
I don't know what the Falcons are.
I know. But more often than not, they suck.
The Falcons will they'll lose 30-0 to the Panthers, and then they'll beat the Buffalo Bills, and then they'll turn around and lose by 24 to the Dolphins.
Right. More often than not, they suck.
Their wins this year came over the Vikings, Commanders, and Bills.
That's crazy.
Their losses are to Panthers, Dolphins, the corpse of the Niners, and the Bucks. So I don't know what to make of the Falcons. Niners, Giants, again, who knows who's even going to be on the field for those two teams. Colts, Steelers, and that's all for the early. So the Broncos, Texans might be the marquee game.
The Broncos on the road too, right?
Yeah, in Houston. That might be the marquee game of the early slate. The late slate is you've got Jags, Raiders, Saints, Rams. So if you don't feel like watching those, you're in luck because Bills, Chiefs is the 325. That's the game that's going to be on
game of the week of the year.
99% of TVs in the country in that time slot. And then the Sunday night game, you get Seahawks and Commanders from Washington, D.C. Sam Darnold.
That's our Sunday night game?
That's Sunday Night Football, yeah. I don't know.
Feels like a coronation for Seattle.
I assume
a chance for everybody to see Seattle play a good football game.
I assume that Jane Daniels is going to be back. but I'm not.
I know, but Scary Terry is not.
He is not. Yeah. So I don't know. But that's Seattle 3-0 on the road so far this year, which is
It feels like a coronation, an opportunity for the rest of the world to see this Seattle team that is always playing at 3:00 and not your A game.
And then Monday Night Football, Cardinals, Cowboys. And speaking of those Dallas Cowboys, we got to hear a little bit from Brian Schottenheimer. Here's him talking about the scorecard so far.
None of us have done good enough. Coaches, players, head coach, none of us have done good enough. That's real. Our scorecard is what it is, and that's not just, defensively, that's offensively. We're a football team that's 3-4-1. You can take the stats on offense and shove them up your ass, as far as I'm concerned. Is what it is.
Coach.
We want to win.
He's a wild
people
card.
Talk about, hey, MVP and this and that. Dak Prescott doesn't want to win MVP. He wants to win a Super Bowl, and that's what we want to win. And we're not there yet. We've not played that consistently well enough to certainly be in that discussion, but it doesn't mean the journey stops. It certainly doesn't stop. It just, you get more focused, you get more intentional, and we got to do it together.
He's saying the right things, but again, I don't know that the personnel is good enough to get something.
Well,
and they asked him an interesting question, and I haven't heard this clip, so I don't know the honest answer here. Do you think that the Cowboys underestimated Micah's value or impact on the defense, or do you think they overestimated the return that they got for him?
They overestimated. They're not fools.
Okay. They knew what it was going to hurt.
You know
but
when you've got Micah in your you know when your greatness is standing next to you.
Here's what Shoddy said about that.
Mike is certainly a great player. And we all know that. No one will ever point to the fact that Mike is not a credible player. But defense is about more than just one guy. Some of our defensive struggles have not been because of one guy not doing the right thing, and it's not been, one assignment. It hasn't been one defense, whether it's man, zone, whatever. It's been, what team defense is about. I saw a crazy stat. Myles Garrett, somebody said, had 5 sacks last game, and they lost. This is the ultimate team game, and defense, and the more I spend time over there, you realize, I guess as the offensive guy, I just kind of always took it for granted because we had our own issues. But, if you're not aligned perfectly in terms of your fits and things like that, it makes it really, really difficult. And so, again, I all respect to Mike. What a great player. But, team defense is what we need to play better.
And the problem is the players on your team that play defense just aren't very good.
That's what he's not saying. And everything he's saying is very honest. But what he's not saying is guys like Micah erase mistakes.
Yeah.
Guys like Micah make up for the failings of average, make up for failings in scheme, make up in failings of opportunity. He just fixes things. And they went into the season having this fixer, and they knew that was going to be bad. And I don't know how much they expected from Clark, obviously more. And the true recompense will be next year with picks and all that. But right now, yes, they're suffering for making a deal and trading away one of the top 5 players in all of the NFL, and they can't stop anybody. Now, we know that's the problem. Now, if you're missing that, and I read a good article yesterday about him, and they said, that Shoddy brings a lot of stuff, but the one thing that he's talked about from preseason till now that he hasn't done was, in quotes, aggression. Aggressive football.
Yeah.
He talked about it in the preseason. We talked about aggression and all the things that aggression means. But right now we're talking the things that prove you're aggressive aren't just hitting people hard. It's going forward on 4th down. It's finding the seam on a 3rd and 2 and throwing it down for a touchdown. Being aggressive and pressing on the gas. Shoddy hasn't really done that, and you can tell by he's only gone for it on 4th down like 9 times. There's been opportunities where it's 4th and really short. And I know every play is in a vacuum, but there is this overall thing about, everything be damned, full speed ahead. Let's just go be aggressive and see and make what happens instead of react to what happens. And I do think that there's something there, and it could be young coach, it could be a bunch of other stuff, but when your Jimmies and Joes are failing you, then you got to kind of, go for broke on sometimes. And maybe you don't have enough dudes to win regularly, but you can get some lightning strike hits, some quicker turnovers, maybe a touchdown when you didn't expect it. and maybe turn the tide a little bit. And I think if we were looking for one thing to nitpick about what has happened with the coaching staff and scheme and plan, it's that.
I don't disagree. This is Estrada says Parsons would not have made a difference to this defense. Maybe one game and that's it.
Oh, you're crazy, man.
This is Micah Parsons right now is the highest graded player, defensive player in the NFL. Like, to think that he wouldn't make a difference, and even okay, let's say it is one game. Now you're talking about a team that's 4-3-1, and 4-3-1 puts you in the playoff conversation.
Cowboys have lost 2 games in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
I want you to go back to the last Green Bay win. The first play of the fourth quarter, Micah gets a sack. Second play of the fourth quarter, he scares quarterback out of the pocket. See, what Micah and those guys provide, the reason Max Crosby just got paid, is you get to a time when these guys on the football field, much like quarterbacks and running backs, can do exactly what they were paid to do. You were paid to go get the quarterback. Everything else be damned. You're great at it. Go do it, and let's shut this game down. Let's close it off. And the Cowboys would have won 2 games if they'd have had a Micah in the fourth quarter. Go get Bryce.
I mean,
go get the quarterback.
The Eagles game, the Packers game, you could count too.
Just shut them down.
And the Panthers game, yeah. All 3 of those games, who knows?
They gave up the closer in the fourth. We're literally, if you're 3rd and 8, oh no. We can't keep him. We got to dedicate 3 dudes to him. So you can't say he didn't affect him. That's just crazy.
And then finally, here's because Jerry was talking about this, Shoddy spending time in the linebackers. Shoddy's going to be in there with the linebackers this week. He's got a lot to teach those linebackers. Here's Shoddy. What are you doing in the linebacker room this week?
The linebackers, obviously, they get everything started, and they're the ones making the call.
I hope not.
With the green dot, with K9, and then they got to set the front. Based on how we want to go, whether it's close right, close left, and the biggest thing for us is the focus of making sure that we can kind of, like I said, see less. Right now we're seeing too much, and so therefore our fits aren't exactly right. Is it them every time? No, but it's more of an emphasis of these guys have some indicators and things that we want to be on top of, and so it's just a big push from myself and Flus and guys like that to make sure that these guys are doing the things they need to do to see less, and because a lot of times your defense will go how your linebackers play because of the proximity to where they are to the ball.
I mean, the reality is there's just not good players in this linebacking core, and that's at the core of the issue is that your guys aren't good enough, and that's not going to be fixed in any real way.
See less. You know what? I found over my years, and this is kind of if you're telling me that your players are overwhelmed, that you're giving them, they're trying to drink your scheme through a fire hose, and you need to give it to them in a shot glass. That tells me a lot of stuff, that you're throwing stuff against the wall every week because you're desperate for scheme over player and you're having to change things and fix to certain stuff. There's that. When I hear that, I go, oh, no. When you feel like they're seeing too much, they can't do what you're asking them to do. On the most basic level, you're seeing too much, you're thinking too much. Well, we got to dumb it down for everybody. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. But dumbing it down in the first quarter is very different than dumbing it down in the third when suddenly there's film on what you're doing. And I think that's one of the problems is the defenses are simple because they can't go – and a lot of it's injuries too. You got no back-end help, got no safety. And we can continue having Shoddy in the room. I think that kind of – I don't know why that's such a big deal to me.
Let's be honest. All due respect to Brian Schottenheimer, who clearly knows football, but – what is he teaching linebackers that the linebackers coaches can't teach them? If you're having
to add to your defensive coordinator and your position coaches, you've got the wrong dudes working for you.
Yeah. If anything, dude, get over here and keep working with the offense. Keep making sure that's humming and let these guys figure it out or not figure it out. Sink or swim.
How much do you put jobs in jeopardy? How much do you – I know every coach feels like everybody's job's in jeopardy.
You talking about Shoddy's job?
No. I'm talking about we got a Monday night game against Arizona and then a bye. And if you got guys that aren't living up to the bill, isn't it time maybe you bench a guy and just show, hey, man, he didn't live up to it. He's watching now. I mean, is that where we are now? Where he said every job's open.
The problem is if you start benching the guys that are out there, What do you got behind
That's
him?
what I'm saying.
And you're already under-talented. Like you said, there's no help on the back end. There's nobody to replace these hurt guys. What are you going to do, bench one of these guys? Like, you're going to bench Kyer Elam? For what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he sucks, but what are you going to put out there? Like a scarecrow? I mean, you got to have warm bodies. No, I don't know what the answer is, man. Would I like to see him say, yeah, what they did to Mozzie early in the season? Hey, dude, take a seat. I'd love to see that, but you know what? Jay Toya's been bad. Kenny Clark's been everybody on that front's been bad. There's no fix for it. It's like, so you're saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to punish this guy by sitting him, and then I'm going to replace him with this other guy who sucked too. It's not really an answer in-house.
You want to get depressed, go look at the defensive numbers. Just look at the numbers they're putting out. If you really want to get depressed and go, how bad is it? It's as bad as it is anywhere in the NFL.
It's the worst defense in the NFL. It really is. The only defense right now that might be worse is San Francisco's, and that's only because like they've gotten run over by a train.
It can't get any worse. So no matter what you do, no matter what, you can't get worse.
Rin says they may have won those 2 games, but their defense would still suck in general and overall.
Yeah, it would.
And that's true. Yeah. Like, last year they had Micah and the defense was bad, but it wasn't the worst bad. Like, it was bad, but if you had last year's defense with this year's offense, you would be very, very you'd be a contender, I believe.
There'd be 2 losses, maybe 3. You'd be right in the thick of it and looking for better ways to improve. It'd be so much easier to improve with that group than this one because there's a hole at every position group. From front to back, there's a hole. And last year that was not the case.
Your defense can't be this bad and win. It just can't.
I don't know why we can't just accept that and just go, you know what, you guys, it's triage on the defensive side of the ball. Shoddy's sitting with the offense because we need, like we've been saying all year, we need plus 30 every night. And every minute you take away from the offensive side of things, there's no, in the cost-benefit analysis, there's just, you can't spend enough time on the defense to justify the time.
No.
They're that bad.
Yeah. I think it's wasted to be like to have Shoddy working over there. Like, dude, you work with what's working.
Go for it on 4th down, send the ball downfield, knowing full well as soon as the other team gets the ball, they're going to score. You got to score every possession and act as if. And you might get blown out because it didn't work, but some weeks it might actually click and you get that 50 burger, that 40 burger, and you outscore them 45-40.
Yep. All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. I got to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. Oh yeah, baby. No way to get your weekend started better than with Blue Star Tequila. 100% additive free, man. This is the good stuff. Only the good stuff put in these bottles. No flavoring, no sweetener, no coloring, just the goods. And that, when I say what the goods, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care what time of day they harvested that agave? How's that affect me? Well, apparently plant scientists have discovered that when the plant is happy and rested and not, getting beat down by the sun, that the tequila is just better. And I'm not a plant scientist, but I know some, and I'm going to take their words for it. Guys, it's just the good stuff. Añejo won double gold in the New York Spirits competition. They also won best in class, which means they beat out every other tequila on the table. That includes those $1,000 bottles. And in fact, Blue Star was the least expensive bottle in the competition, and they won the whole damn thing. If you haven't tried it, what are you waiting for? Find it. Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquor, and Total Wine. That's Blue Star Tequila.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Several stalled vehicles to watch out for this morning. The right lane is blocked off due to a stall on Loop 410 eastbound after Vance Jackson, causing a 5-minute backup that starts from Fredericksburg Road. On the service road of Highway 90 eastbound before 36th Street, a stalled vehicle has the right lane blocked off. There's also a stalled vehicle that got moved out of the main lanes over to the left shoulder northbound on I-37 after South Cross. A reminder, downtown, ongoing construction work blocks off 2 right lanes on the upper level of I-35 northbound between I-10 and McCullough. This is causing some major backups on the lower level of I-10 eastbound between Woodlawn and Commerce. It's causing a 15-minute slowdown. I'm Jason Fossig, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
It's Breeders' Cup Weekend at Retama Park, Friday, October 31st and Saturday, November 1st. Admission is free on Friday and just $5 on Saturday, with gates opening on Friday at 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 10 a.m. Enjoy open concessions, great food, and non-stop racing excitement. Reserve your seat now for Saturday. That's Breeders' Cup Weekend, October 31st and November 1st at Retama Park off 35 South in Selma. Victory starts here at Retama Park Racetrack. Must be 21 or older to wager.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education, with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB. If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Arizona Cardinals for Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
What a time! Good morning, everybody. Yeah. We've almost got it. We're almost there, baby.
Oh, you should dress up as KBB.
Yeah.
Big old cat costume.
I'm not much of a costume guy.
You don't have a cat's costume?
I don't.
You don't wear it to play around with Blueberry?
No.
To scare the cat.
No, I
What
do.
is Blueberry doing, by the way?
I did see a video of people who put on like cat or dog masks and scare the piss out of their cats.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, they freak out.
Yeah, Blueberry lives a charmed life.
Oh, I bet.
Do you see? Does Blueberry live like a quiet, I'm on my own life, or do you see him moving around?
Oh no, she.
Have you seen your cat?
I mean, some cats you never see. You just know
so
they've been around.
about half the day, she sleeps under the dining room table, like on a chair. She finds a chair and she just goes to sleep where no one can bother her. And then when she's out, she comes and sits on somebody's lap. And whoever she chooses, that's the lap where she is. And if she doesn't sit on that lap, she's gonna be pissed off and yell at you. But yeah, and yesterday, she pissed my wife. My wife was painting that front room, and the cat walked through the paint pan and started putting paw prints on the.
I guarantee you that cat knew exactly what it was doing too.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I would have lost.
Bad cat.
Right here.
Look, that's the cat. This is the mask I see him wear when they scare the cat.
That'd scare me too, man.
Get that.
Dude, no lie. No. I saw it when I was so after Harvey happened, I was I went and did I volunteered for a couple weeks doing like gutting houses and like taking out drywall and stuff like that and trying to
demolition crew?
Yeah, like trying to rehab houses. And one of the houses that got flooded that we did was a hoarder's house.
Oh man.
Did you just light it on fire?
Dude.
And this dude,
is that where you found the Jordan cards?
No. This dude was a kinky dude.
Oh, no.
And he had like lots of leather strap costumes and
like the Blue Oyster in Police Academy.
It was weird stuff. But he had these two masks that were like gag ball masks.
Like the GIMP?
And one of them was made in, I'll tell you the best part in a minute. One of them was a bunny, and it had a gag ball, and then it had bunny ears, and it was like a straight back face bunny. And the other one was a cat. And I'll never forget when we were going through the stuff, and he was like pretty private about this kind of stuff. And
was that an old dude?
Yes, old and very, like, not quite morbidly obese, but pretty obese. The best part was, Rob, he had a painting on his wall that was about, I don't know, maybe 6 foot long by 3 foot tall. It was of him,
all done up
in the nude, laying down, like stretched out across, like
Costanza.
Yes.
Did you get paid extra to deal with
I
that?
did. I didn't get paid. It was all volunteer work.
Oh my God.
But the guy, he pulled these two masks out of this drawer that had been soaked, and he held them. They're leather gag ball masks, a rabbit and a cat, and he said, "Oh, they're ruined." They're ruined.
I'm out.
Oh man,
So is my appetite.
He had like
right.
There was these paintings that had gotten ruined.
Oh, God, man.
And by the way, like his wife was there. And
I don't think he played on that team.
He had like 15 or 20 paintings of her in the nude. And like he's going through them all with us to see if they're ruined or not, if we can throw them away or not. And he's like, "Oh, that one's still good. Nope, we got to get rid of that." And
everybody needs a hobby.
I'm just like, "Oh, you realize like I know what your wife looks like naked now."
I didn't want to. I didn't want to know. Didn't really need to do it.
But now I know.
You know. Now you
I didn't know that your wife has not groomed down there in many a moon.
Neither had he, evidently.
No.
Like 40 years ago.
Like
a tumbleweed.
All right. You know how when we were kids, they would say, maybe not when you guys were kids, But when I was a kid, they would say, "Oh, you got to be real careful because there's razor blades in some of the candy." They said the bad guys will put razor blades in the candy, so you'll bite into some candy.
See, that was the excuse parents told kids so we can go grab all the Snickers. I got to go through and make sure there's no razors in these things.
Yeah, well, there's no one puts razor blades in candy anymore, apparently.
Okay, what did they put?
They never did.
They put their weed in it.
Yeah, that's another real thing to be afraid of is all the potheads giving away their weed to kids.
Yeah, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I'm really afraid of that. You think they're doing that?
You think they're giving it away? I don't think so.
Yeah, they.
Too expensive.
If you are, tell me where you live. Trick or treat.
Several local governments are warning of this. Community members have uncovered counterfeit candy and snacks containing THC,
giving away weed to kids,
and hallucinogenic mushroom products. The counterfeit candy and snacks were in packaging that looked like the real thing. And they said, wow, if these kids, like if you're possessing these legally in your house and you want to use them, that's your business. But put them up, lock them away like medication.
That's very true.
But apparently, they're warning parents.
Just like Haitians are eating cats and all that.
Look very carefully.
All those potheads just giving away their weed. Just as a
that is not happening.
You're high on my supply.
Like, oh, we're out of candy. Well, just give them my weed.
Just give them my weed.
No, I don't think that's.
No, didn't you say where you have an empty bowl? Right, you leave an empty bowl and be
like,
"Oh,
you're
you know."
too late.
No, I put a sign that says "full size candy bars, take only one."
Yeah, there you go.
And then they have an empty bowl. Oh man,
leave some empty wrappers on the bottom.
Damn, sorry. They got him, man. But this guy was a good guy. He had the full size, but then somebody got greedy. How about let's go to a Walmart story. Gotta love a Walmart story. Dumfries, Virginia. I'm not familiar. I've never heard of this town before, Dumfries, Virginia. But a man is facing charges after police say he chased people at a Walmart in Dumfries on Tuesday morning. The problem is when he was chasing these people, he had taken off all of his clothes and started running around the Walmart and chasing people. Now, I don't like to go to Walmart for many reasons, but this is near the top of the list. I don't want to be chased by naked men in Walmart, so I just don't go to Walmart. The man's been identified as 20-year-old Lance Irving Lassane Jr. He's been charged with indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. But if he's 20, how is he publicly intoxicated?
Well, he's not legally publicly intoxicated.
There we go.
No, there's only one real answer.
What?
Someone slipped him some weed in his Halloween candy.
That makes me run around naked. Makes me run around naked.
We know. Now you know the rest of the story. Yeah, you can't. That's why they're warning against marijuana, because what marijuana does is it makes you take your clothes off and run naked around Walmart.
Does it?
It does to me.
I mean,
why? What do you? Don't ask. So
you're saying it does it to me and it does it to Rob, but
not you.
You're immune.
It may be the Dollar General. What's going on at the DG?
That's a little different there.
Getting to the Family Dollar. Are we running around naked around there?
No,
I think we are.
It makes me forget what I originally went there for.
Yeah.
I'd end up buying something else.
It's funny.
Oh man. Bad news. I don't like this at all. I'm already tired of pop-ups on my on my websites. I'm tired of spam calls. Well, guess what's coming? A smartphone company is now testing lock screen ads regardless of region. So you may be getting pop-up ads on your lock screen of your phone. How about that?
Nope.
You want that?
Do I get? Is it like streaming? I could pay not to get it. Can I pay extra so
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Yeah, of course. Like you can pay your way out of everything.
Oh yeah, no ads.
Not
here.
everything, sadly.
Well, yeah.
Lord knows I've tried.
But how about that? Like you're just walking along and then suddenly and what if it's ads that are targeted at you? And what if you're into weird stuff?
Just pops to NSF. What is it, NSFW?
Yeah. Oh, pay no attention to the rabbit gag mask that just popped up here. I don't need that. Mine didn't get ruined at all. It's
oh yeah. Look, they have a sale on nipple rings. I don't
yeah. And finally, I guess we should have started with this. It's National Cat Day.
Oh, yeah.
Happy National Cat Day, Rob.
Go home
so
and celebrate.
When you ask how Blueberry is, that's how she is.
Karmic. I was meant to ask.
Oh, someone on the Brigade Bar wanted to know that you, if you got a new cat. No,
No.
Blueberry is the OG.
Yeah,
Blueberry is my wife's cat that came to live with me, and now I think actually likes me more than my wife.
Well, you kept him alive for a year.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know.
Or Rob did, supposedly.
Yeah, Rob helped.
If
He
you went to the
certainly
right
got to
apartment.
know him.
Certainly helped. All right, we got one segment left, baby. We'll do the daily lines on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
You know, as we sit right now, midway through the day, some of you aren't thinking about your water. Did you think about what went through your pipes this morning? No, you shouldn't. And if you have a Connecticut, you never will. See, having a Connecticut water softener in your home eliminates some of the problems in your life. You don't have to worry about your water softener sucking energy because Connecticut's don't even plug in. You don't have to worry about getting salt again because Connecticut's don't use salt like the other ones because they don't cycle unless you're actually using it. If you have a Connecticut, you don't have to worry about calling a plumber because your pipes are getting all backed up. You don't have to call a repairman for your refrigerator because the ice maker's all backed up with that gunk that come through the water. That's things you don't think about. That's the peace of mind that having the very best water treatment system in your home gives you. And Connecticut is certainly that. And when you think the very best, you always think it's very, very expensive. That is not the case with Connecticut, especially right now. If you decide to go get yourself a Connecticut today and call 656-PURE, they'll come out and put a Connecticut in your home for 90 days. That's standard practice with them. If you're already plumb for it, they want to prove to you how good it is. And on that 90th day, when you do decide, like most of us do, there's great deals to follow, like with approved credit, 0% financing, and a gift for you, a reverse osmosis drinking station on your kitchen sink. They've got the decor to match yours, and you'll never have to worry about buying another water bottle again. Let me tell you, it's the best investment you can have for your new home, a home you've already got, or even an apartment. You can rent those things. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. But if you want to go get the very best, you want to make sure your appliances and your pipes stay in top-notch condition from now on, and not even to think about the great taste of the water. Call Connecticut today, and I know you're going to thank me later.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Michael Carlos from The Current posted on Twitter citing UT San Antonio Center for Public Opinion Outreach.
Yes.
Folks in favor of the new arena, 40%. Those opposed, 46%. Undecided, 14%.
Look, polls can be wrong. They can be all over the place. That is a poll. I'm just saying it's a poll.
It is
it's
a
not
poll.
as scientific as maybe our polls that we do on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, but it is a poll.
No, our polls are the best.
No, of course they are.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Joel, don't you just love Halloween?
It's okay, but I do like your troll costume.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Folks, if your home's AC starts making those witching sounds or the pipes in your wall start moaning and clanging like ghosts having a party, call Quarter Moon at 651-5899 and we'll send our team of highly trained
Ghostbusters!
I was gonna say technicians.
I ain't afraid of no clogs.
Quarter Moon Plumbing and AC, 651-5899. License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Defense. The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. Tomorrow's Halloween.
Yep. It's here, finally.
Are you allowed to eat any candy?
No.
That sucks, man.
Dark chocolate, but
That's not candy.
no, I can't eat anything really.
Dark chocolate is flavored dirt.
See, when I'm used to flavored dirt because I
know it
sweeteners.
sucks, and every
Yeah.
now and then you get those. This is the time of the year where you get those random little wrapped Hershey's, and you always end up with the gold wrap with it's the dark chocolate. Ugh, dirt.
Yeah.
When I think maybe my first or second year in radio, and this is back when you could do things like this. We'd probably have legal liabilities now, but we gave away Longhorn tickets to. We had 2 people come in studio when we started the show, and we put down 5 pounds of candy in front of each one of them, and the first person to finish 5 pounds of candy got the tickets.
Was there an ambulance on standby?
There was one of the dudes threw up like 3 times, and we were like, "Dude, you're not allowed to throw up," and he couldn't stop throwing up. So the other guy won the ticket.
You can't do this anymore.
But we did say you have to get to the 5 pounds to get the ticket. Otherwise, the tickets will give them to somebody listening. So the guy did finish 5 pounds of candy. The other guy finished about 3 and just kept puking everywhere. But yeah,
I would have been into a diabetic shock.
5 pounds of candy. How would Dr. Torres feel about that?
After he pumped my stomach, and then the ultimate goal was probably to go see Texas play New Mexico State.
Yeah, it probably was something I don't even remember.
What's the point?
Some lame game.
Yeah. Who knows what it was? But yeah, people would do crazy things for tickets back in those days.
Yep.
Trust me.
Remember those contests where the last guy to stop touching a car?
Oh yeah. I've seen one of those go down.
Oh, we had a guy get a corn tattoo on his foot to get corn tickets.
Oh my gosh, dude! We had almost every week we did a bit called Tickets for Tatas, where guys would bring their wives and girlfriends into the studio to be topless.
Yeah, we had something
to get ticket, and we had to put newspaper all over the studio window because all the sales guys suddenly were like, "Oh, what's going on in there?"
I'll find the pictures of when we did that.
But that was before we had YouTube. But it's just me and my co-host, and they're like, "Oh, you don't say."
There was a contest by a radio station back about 10, 15 years ago where the last person they drink water, and the last person to not pee won the prize.
Oh yeah.
And they killed them. They died of like water intoxication.
Oh, that's right.
So that pretty much killed all the radio contests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since then, we couldn't do no more bits.
God, we've gotten soft. Our society's so soft now.
If you die in a radio contest from holding your pee, you're going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Wimp.
Oh, you can't make somebody drink water. You can't make somebody eat the hottest buffalo wings in the world. Yeah. Wah. All right, let's do the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
The Baltimore Ravens, the Miami Dolphins, Thursday night football in Hard Rock Stadium.
Weather going to be an issue? Is that hurricane anywhere close to them?
The Jamaican hurricane? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's off the eastern seaboard.
I think so too. Yeah, Ravens minus 7.5 on the road. That feels like a wildly outrageous number to me.
It's too much.
51.5 is the total in this game.
I will say this. I think Derrick Henry, if you're DFS type, I think Derrick Henry's going to run the ball. I don't trust Lamar to run the ball. He's got a bad hammy. But I do think that the rush yards for Derrick Henry will probably be up a little bit. They're going to keep themselves in the game.
I would say at least rush attempts are up for Derrick Henry.
And I'd roll them into rush attempts and yards and get that total. And A-Chain, I like the over no matter what. Carries, yards. I think he's averaging 5 a carry, and Baltimore's not showing they can stop anybody.
Yeah, so I think I think Lamar runs less and throws more.
Yeah, and so tight end, Flowers, look at those guys.
Or just Lamar attempts over. Mm-hmm. Like I think he'll have more passing attempts than normal. Assuming, and that the scary thing with playing any kind of higher on that is there's a chance he comes out of the game. And if he comes out of the game, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm not touching him, although I do think the pass production will be up more than we would expect.
I tend to agree there. All right. College football tonight. We got some college football action. How about UTSA?
This is the game of the night on ESPN.
We are national. UTSA, or the UTSA Roadrunners and the Tulane Green Wave. Tulane, a 6-point favorite here in the Alamo Dome.
Rightfully so. UTSA is going to have to manufacture some turnovers and find that running game again.
I wish I could just say, yeah, UTSA is going to be fine. I don't feel great about their chances right now. I don't like what I've seen out of them, and Tulane is really good. I don't love betting against Jeff's guys in the Alamo Dome. They seem to find a way to win there, but this feels like a tall hill to climb. I'll just say that. And then Marshall. They're at Coastal Carolina. Marshall, a 6.5-point road favorite at Coastal. Tomorrow you got the Rice Owls in action. They get Memphis at right.
What's the line here?
14.
Yeah, that's not bad.
14 on the road. That's not bad. Sam Houston laying more than that at Louisiana Tech.
And they should be.
They're laying 16.5. And Bill Belichick and his boys going up to take on Syracuse, 2.5-point dogs.
Only 2.5.
Only 2.5. That tells you about Syracuse too. You get a little bit of both. The National Basketball Association, the Orlando Magic, 3.5-point favorites in Charlotte.
Yeah, they got to right the ship. They're better than their record shows. It's not crazy.
Maybe one of the most intriguing games tonight. I think the most intriguing game. The Warriors at the Bucks. The Warriors suddenly better than I thought they were.
And Giannis
can only do so
Godzilla
much.
again. Well, he's Godzilla again. He's carrying him 30 a night. So I like the toughness that Golden State's playing with. That'll travel.
Warriors 3.5-point road favorites.
I agree with that. I agree with the line.
Washington at Oklahoma City. Rob, guess the line.
I'm gonna go a healthy 9 or 10.
Oklahoma City minus 15.5.
Oh man, no love at all. That's huge. I know that they're that much better.
I don't think they've won a game by that all year.
That's just huge. But maybe the bench guys will score it because nobody that's starting going to be playing in the fourth.
Yeah,
maybe the bench guys
might get ugly. And the San Antonio Spurs hosting the Miami Heat.
This is the thing about Miami this year, at least early this year, is they're running. They're getting out and moving with those young guards. So Khalil Ware has been a spur killer. It's going to be interesting to see what he does on the front line. I think that they're going to try to get out and move the ball. And if they're going to try to run with San Antonio, I think that ups the turnovers, but it ups the total.
You think San Antonio wants to run now with they're running now, but imagine when De'Aaron Fox gets here, what they're going to look like. It feels like they're kind of trying to run that offense,
get ready for
him. Yeah. 5.5 are the Spurs
That's
favorite
probably
here.
a good number. I like 5.5.
I think so too. If the Spurs are what we think they are, this should at home
cover and over. I like them both.
229.5.
Ooh, that's high.
Is the total? It's actually the lowest total on the board tonight.
Really, 229.
The Magic Hornets 240.5. So yeah, 229.5 is the total in that one. The Major League Baseball, the World Series tomorrow night, Game 6. Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
He's going to have to do it, man.
Minus 150 on the road at Toronto. Kevin Gausman going for the Jays.
Have they hired some? I would bring in, what was it, Jobu? They're going to have to learn to hit the curve.
Jobu's rum.
They're going to have to drink some of that rum.
You drank Jobu's rum?
F you, Jobu, and do some of that because they're going to have to hit a curveball eventually.
I say F you, Jobu. I do it myself. The Philadelphia Flyers in action tonight, taking on the Predators. Nashville, a big dog there, plus 125. Senators, minus 160, hosting the Flames. Stars are at the Lightning. Lightning, minus 150. The Minnesota Wild, minus 175, hosting the Penguins. And the Oilers, minus 160, hosting the Rangers. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Joe, Jason, Kitty Big Balls, the Blitz comes up at 2.
Riding to work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the